Look at me, I'm fucked.
There seems to be a distinct lack of shotguns compared to the other.
What did we put up our bum last year?
They came like a bolt out of the blue to discuss everything in geekdom. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the attack of the 50-foot nerds.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Geek Retreat Warrington for the live recording of the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds. Make some noise!
Thank you.
You nearly forgot who we were there for a second, didn't you?
I was about to say that. It's like
there was a definite pause and stutter there.
Yeah, it's not
who
like
are they again?
It's not like I've been here since 5 o'clock this afternoon.
It's been like 6 weeks since we've done one of these. Who are these cuz again?
Do you really censor yourself just then? These unbelievable congratulations.
These crazy kids.
You calling a kid grandpa? Anyway, this is episode 72 of the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds podcast. My name is Mike Bell, and joining me once again live from Geek Retreat Warrington are my co-hosts. First is this one.
the pachinko mistress.
Okay.
You'll have explanations later.
Okay, that's fine. And then this one.
And I am Grandpa Paul.
Already.
Not literally, but you know, I've just had my 49th birthday, guys. So,
it's Paul's birthday, guys. Come on,
that slippery. I thank you very much. But yeah, it's that slippery slope to when we have to do Paul is even older.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Next January, that's the name of that episode. Right, okay, so
In 3 weeks, we're going to recast him with Victor Meldrew.
I can't believe it.
we've already recast them, apparently. Yep. So give us a cheer if you've been before. Woo! Give us a cheer if you haven't.
New people.
Well, yeah,
that's a shock.
It is.
Well, you know, we start with me meaning to go on. They'll come next time, and they'll bring people with them, won't you?
Yeah.
You fuck them. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we're going with you. Yeah, send help. No. So. So Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds, we're back for 2023. Can you believe it?
2023, yeah, I know. It's bizarre. The 60th anniversary year of Doctor Who, so lots to talk about over the next sort of 11 months about that.
I was speaking to someone on the phone and work the other day who was born in July of 2000, and I was thinking, oh my God, I was at a big New Year's party 7 months before you were born. You weren't even born in the last millennium.
I have this conversation at work all the time where
this person was technically, possibly, conceived at that party.
Well, yeah, they may have been 2 months premature. Not at my party. I went to a line dancing party with my mum and dad.
Yeah, there was going to be lots of sex and drugs and rock and roll at that party.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I have that conveation all the fucking time at work. I'll be like, oh yeah,
I do. That time Mike went to a line dancing party.
Yeah. I tell that story, but. No, I'll be like, oh, I've played music for a while. And they're like, oh, how long have you done whatever? I'm like, well, I first started my longest band in 2004. And they're like, oh, yeah, I was 2. I'm like, great.
Don't you work in an old folks' home?
Jesus I'm talking to
the... You got Benjamin Button living with you?
Yeah, I'm talking about the staff.
Oh, right, okay, that's different then.
When I talk to the old people, they're like, what? Music again? I'm like,
do you know the works of Isambard Kingdom Brunel?
Yeah.
Yes. So we've not been here since December 10th. I mean, New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Christmas Eve.
When we saved the world from the Martians.
From Stan Lee.
That's a thing that happened.
And everyone died.
Yeah, I can't believe it's been so long since we did a show. I've actually missed doing this.
It is
sitting down with my friends and chatting nonsense to you guys. So thank you for letting us do it, and thank you for letting us do it.
You are welcome. And Paul got off on parole. Look, Paul's here, everyone.
Yeah, they don't seem to have a problem with me not having a shotgun license.
I know, that's good. So what have we been up to since the last show? Well, I've got a few announcements that I can actually now talk about.
Yeah, I've got one or two as well.
But yeah, I've got some things. So first things first, you've heard me discuss my friend Josh, who runs the Movie Timelines YouTube channel.
Woohoo! Unfortunately, he died last episode.
Oh yes, that's probably yeah. Well, luckily he was sent back from Mars. It was fine.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing that happened. We've talked about on the show. Josh is making a movie. I can officially announce the shooting has begun on Josh's film, Last Amityville Movie. It began on Friday, and I can now officially also announce that I will be in said movie.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you. I can't say anything more about who or what I'm playing, what happens to me in the movie.
He's playing Blowjob Steve.
Typecast again. So look out for that. We will hopefully be doing something for the movie when it's all good and done. A couple of other things. So those of you who may know me, who know my history and everything like that, know that obviously I'm a writer. I wrote the Christmas thing that we did. I mean, that was a real thing that happened.
If you can call it writing.
I've written many things over the years, including a little show that we actually discussed on the show back in 2008, a play called Murder at Cadbury Manor.
AKA Death by Chocolate.
Yeah, that has now been picked up by 4am Productions and will be performed in Liverpool on the 11th, 12th and 13th of May, so Eurovision week. So it's going to be the most exciting thing happening in Liverpool during that week, obviously. Will be directed by a guy called Phil Halfpenny, and if you want to buy tickets to come see the show, you can do. They are now on sale at ticketquarter.co.uk. So, yeah, I hope people come and check it out.
Congratulations, buddy. Everybody give him a round of applause for that. That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's cool.
Thank you. And I've got one more piece of news to announce to you guys, is we are...
Fucking overachiever.
Back in October, Paul and I, we performed at the Liverpool Anime and Gaming Con.
We did.
We're going to be going back. We're doing the Manchester Anime and Gaming Con, and that will be on Saturday, 15th of April in Manchester, obviously.
They didn't hate us, therefore they asked us back.
They were very ambivalent to us, and so they said, sure, why not, when we said, can we come back?
Funnily enough, I had one of my friends sent me a message with one of my mates who lives in Manchester, obviously. Just fucking random Londoner is sending me things. No, one of my mates who lives...
A person from Aberystwyth.
Yeah, she sent me a message going, hey, there's this con coming up. Do you want to go? I'm like, funnily enough...
I'll be there!
What a coincidence!
Yeah. So there's that con, and there's also another con in August... no, it's not. It's July. Sorry, July. To beg your pardon. I'm getting confused with something else. I do apologise. So there's Aintree Film and TV Con, and we've got John, was it? Joe. Sorry, forgot. Sorry, John and Joe from the convention here with us today.
The J
checking us out, and hopefully we'll pass muster with them. We'll let you know. So, so that's everything that's going on with me on the show.
Yeah.
What's that? Clock's ticking, don't worry. I know.
If at the end, if at the end of the podcast, all the post-credits clip is just,
that's going to be fun.
Then you know that something went terribly, terribly wrong.
Yes. Obviously, that's the show. That's the big announcement. Obviously, we had Christmas. I had, a great Christmas with Danny and the rest of the family. She spoiled me rotten. I got her some electric heated slippers.
And you call me a grandpa?
It's all right. A couple of years ago, I got her an oven glove. That's not even a joke. It's really not. It's inside jokes, though. It's inside jokes. Don't worry.
Do you plug them in? Yeah. Like, you have to walk around plugged to the mains?
No, you wear them while you're sitting down and they heat your feet up because she's forever complaining she's cold. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's more like... that's.
I mean, it's not the only thing I got her, don't get me wrong. I did get her some other stuff.
Suddenly I feel like we're talking about the cost of living crisis on the podcast.
Oh, don't get me started.
No, I wasn't getting you started.
We're not political.
No, we're not political.
We're not political.
I am.
So, well, no, not on the show, you're not. So,
you think you can stop
Somebody shut the Chaos Goblin up.
So, what else have we been up to then?
I mean, I've got a couple.
First. Okay.
Over the holiday period, I actually auditioned for a play.
Ooh. Was it Murder at Cadbury Manor?
It wasn't actually.
Okay.
So I get to announce that I'm going to be in a production of Terry Pratchett's Weird Sisters.
Cool.
With the Carlton Players at the Little Theatre in Birkenhead. That's the 18th to the 22nd of April. It's a play that I've got history with because one of the very first plays that I was involved with when I was at university, so nearly 30 years ago, was a production of Weird Sisters. I worked backstage on it and did the production work on it. I wasn't actually in it, but it is what. At that point, I had literally not read any Terry Pratchett, so I read that.
Terry Pratchett?
Terry Pratchett.
Okay. Down in the underworld.
Lovely Terry. Anyway, or P. Terry, as we tended to call him online, because that was his handle, P. Terry. But by the end of that summer, I had caught up with all the Terry Pratchett novels.
So you were backstage last time. You're going to be on stage this time. You're going to be the audience next time. Then eventually outside, just working your way back.
I've been involved in other Pratchett productions. I adapted Lords and Ladies a few years after that, and I've been in a production of The Truth, playing Vetinari.
So you could handle it.
The leader of Ankh-Morpork.
That was a terrible joke. I'm sorry.
But on this occasion, the potentially the tallest actor in the entire cast is going to be playing Hewell, the dwarf playwright. I'm playing the Discworld equivalent of William Shakespeare.
Oh right. Okay.
So I'm going to be crawling around on my knees a lot.
Oh, I
That's what she said.
I thought.
There's your clip.
No. So I was hoping what they were going to say is like have some way of like someone saying that every single time you were on stage that you weren't actually that big, you were just really close to the camera, like every single.
These are small.
Oh, those are far away. Yes, quite. But no, I had a conversation with the director, and I think he cast me because I can do a sort of a William Shakespeare type character, and he wasn't particularly bothered about whether it was a dwarf or not. But the character's a dwarf. It loses something if he's not a dwarf. Therefore, I am going to be doing it as a dwarf.
You're doing the tiptoes method, are you? Doing a Gary Oldman.
Yeah, more or less. I mean,
no one's seen that movie. Tiptoes is the movie where Gary Oldman plays a dwarf by literally walking around on his knees.
Well,
it's very, very insensitive.
The production of Shrek that I went and saw Joshua in before Christmas.
Josh Shrek now?
Yeah, our Joshua. Obviously, Farquaad is a very short character, and the actor literally spent the entire time on his knees on stage for that character. It's
I'm very childish.
It's a perfectly acceptable technique, and I shall be making good use of it.
I'm going to edit that out of context so well.
Of course you are. That never happens. The other thing I'm going to be doing, off to the Gallifrey 1 convention in a couple of weeks. So President's Day weekend in the States, and I'm going to be on a fan panel for that. On the Friday morning, so 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, on 17th of February, I'm going to be talking on a panel called Beyond a Joke, which is about Doctor Who parodies.
Oh, okay.
And obviously, the reason I've been picked to be on this because I was in a Doctor Who parody called Do You Have a License to Save This Planet?
Yes, you were.
So
Cyberman 2 you were?
Cyberon.
Cyberon, yeah.
Cyberon, Auton.
Do you have the copyright for that?
Contestant. And just sort of general person in background.
Dave.
Dave. It's going to be a panel. What they tend to do, they as well as the main programming where you get to go and see like Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall and that who are going to be there. They have
to get the glory of seeing you.
They have. Yes, they do. They have second. Well, it's not the first time I've been to this convention as a guest, but that's a story for another time.
World famous Paul Griggs is here.
He's on his knees.
First time I went to the Gallifrey convention was when we debuted the first half of Do You Have a License to Save This Planet? When just after we'd shot it. So back in 2001.
At the very end of the panel, you made the audience fill in a poll as to whether you actually did have a license or not.
Oh no, we definitely didn't.
All right, fair enough.
That was the joke.
That's why it was a parody.
That was part of the joke. Yeah, they
World's
do
shortest parody.
this secondary programming where fan panels, discussion panels, just random blokes like me basically get to sit up there and discuss stuff much in the same way we do on the podcast. So really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great weekend. The Gallifrey convention always is, and it's just going to be nice to do something a bit different there and not just be part of the audience.
So, any plays and movies are you in? Are you going to be on any panels?
Me? I'm not. Well, there's a bit of a story to tell. Right. So, since Christmas,
Yes.
I've had a bit of a fucking roller coaster. So it's like, to start off with, and you're going to get mad at me because I'm going to have to get political here.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Did what was probably the greatest music gig of my life.
Okay.
So we were
Tweenies live.
Yeah,
Me and my band Abzargle, we were doing a gig with Dawn Raid and a band called Eye Teeth, and we were in Leeds and like all very anti-fascist shit, right?
Okay.
And like it was the fucking biggest audience that we've had. Like the whole room was because Eye Teeth were on first. We were main support, right? And while Eye Teeth were playing, I was stood outside talking to our bassist, and because we're just finishing our conversation and our drinks. We're like, okay, we'll go in and see if we can catch a bit of the band. I opened the door and I couldn't get in. The room was that fucking packed, and I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
You can't get into your own gig.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. There's so when we get on stage, again, like as soon as we start playing, the room fucking fills with people. During our song, we got our first mosh pit ever. Like just a whole fucking room, just right. I'm like I said to the audience, like, that's our first mosh pit, so thank you very fucking much. They immediately apparently took that as a challenge, because every single song after that, everything was going crazy. By the last song, we had fucking, like, crowd surfers and all sorts. It was insane.
Is it so strange because you're a Christian jazz band?
Yeah. And then, like, I got because we promoted our new single, Justice / The Tower. And I said, oh, because of this one being a very anti-fascist song, I'm going to dedicate it to the massive fucking disaster that are the Tories. And then I got an entire fucking room of people to go boo at the idea of the Tories, which was great.
A room of ghosts.
Yeah. Entire room of ghosts. No, if it was ghosts, I would have at least been able to open the door. But yeah, it was fucking crazy. Like, so many people afterwards coming up to us going like, oh, your set was amazing. Like, I had, and one of the great things as well, because I talked about...
We loved your kazoo solo.
Oh, you say that. I started the fucking...
Comics.
Yeah, comics. I started the set by, like, because we were like, we're not just going to leave the guitars, like, doing feedback or whatever, just to attract people in. So I had all my pedals and stuff and just started, like, making horrible noises out of the pedal thing. So, like, everyone knew we were on when all of a sudden it started going... like, making all these weird noises and shit.
Metal Machine music.
Yeah. And then, but yeah, I had so many people coming up saying, like, it was great. But also the thing that I loved was the fact that it was a very queer audience as well. So I had so many other trans people coming up to me being like, you're a fucking inspiration. Like, I've never, like, I had one little trans kid come up to me and they were like, oh, you said you were trans. I come from, like, this little proper Catholic village. I've never met another trans person before. I'm like, well, now you have. And
we play jazz.
Yeah, and we play jazz. And all of this sort of stuff, which was really cool. So, yeah, I was buzzing off that all week. And then the next weekend, ended up half an hour late for work because I had a massive fucking panic attack. Oh. So ended up off sick on the Sunday.
Jesus.
Yeah, So
Jesus.
so apparently the sertraline that I'd started isn't strong enough.
Oh.
So I'm talking to the GP about upping that.
Well, you be safe tomorrow, please. Okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay.
But then talking about that, going into the like where you were saying about, have you got any movies or whatever? I think I've talked about in the past that Old Me. We've got a video about it on the YouTube channel actually.
Yes,
Old Me was in a film called Balls, and about a guy with Tourette's and stuff. I played the stepbrother of the lead lady and managed to get a 50-foot nerds joke in it because Jan was nice enough to be like, yeah, these lines are a bit. Jan's the guy who directed it and wrote it and everything. He says to me like, oh yeah, you can improvise your lines a bit if you want. So I immediately, there was a bit where I'm supposed to walk in and talk about, I'm off to see a film. And he's like, I don't know, just make something up. So I immediately made the film Dredger.
Which, if anyone's not familiar with us, is the name of a 80s cop show we invented about a renegade cop who lives on a tugboat and has a salmon called Margaret for a friend.
Yes.
Margaret!
Yes.
Yeah. And then, so he's been in contact with me for a little bit and was talking about his next film that he's doing that's, again, a very sort of queer story. It involves a lot of, like, one of the main characters is going through a transition and stuff, like they're trans. And so he's like, I want you to have a look at it, tell me what needs changing, all this sort of stuff. And I came up with so many, like, points and stuff about it. So apparently I'm now co-writer of this film.
Oh, nice.
So I'm co-writing a film that he said, like, okay, once we've got the thing all sorted, I'm already got connections that I'm going to talk to one of the people who did Emily in Paris.
Okay.
And possibly Zoe Kravitz and Natalie Emmanuel and Nicolas fucking Cage. And I'm like, holy fucking shit.
Okay. So
possibly.
I didn't expect the conversation to be going in that direction.
No.
We don't normally mention Nicolas Cage quite this early in the episode.
No.
No,
that would,
I don't think he's actually on
still-
today.
yeah.
No, he's not on
And
today.
then, so we're currently working on that. And one of the things that I've been working on, because he wanted me to rewrite one of the scenes that had a bunch of the girls talking and stuff. So I've done that. And then I'm rewriting one of the end of Act 1 and the first part of it. And this is where I needed to talk to you two. Because, like, the first part of it...
is it something we can do on the show, or is it an after show kind of thing?
No, we can talk about it on the show
okay,
quickly.
okay.
It's more I want to get your reactions.
God.
So the first part of the scene takes place where the characters in the scene are talking, like they're in a cinema.
Interior cinema day.
Yeah, basically.
Or night.
And
You can't tell. It's
No.
a cinema.
yeah. So
But it's the day because it's daylight outside. Mm-hmm. Yes.
but we're in the cinema, so you can't tell.
The lights are down. A movie is playing. The two
Yeah.
characters sit in their seats.
So, like, there's this group where they're talking about the ideas for this show, that they're going to make, with a member of audience off to one side, being like, "Well, you shut the fuck up! We're trying to
I
watch
was
the
about
film."
to say they're talking during a movie.
Yeah.
That would so piss me off.
So I'm pretty sure like they end up getting kicked out and then continuing the conversation elsewhere. But on the thing, it was like, oh, they're watching a superhero movie or something like that, and I'm like, well, the film isn't really necessarily like linked to what they're talking about. Change that to Dredger. So
It's the Dredgerverse.
yeah, so I was basically like,
I might wear my Dredger t-shirt, and last time was even...
I basically, that's what I did. I said, I messaged Jan going, "Hey, this film that they're watching
do need a
isn't
costume change."
isn't really important, is it?" And he's like, "No." I'm like, "Right, because you know what would be fun as a little Easter egg, seeing as the other film has me talking about going to see Dredger. They should be watching Dredger in the cinema." Although since then I realised, because of the time frame, it should take.
It'll be the sequel or the
that's what-
reboot or something.
That's what I was going to say. It should technically be Dredger 2.
Dredger in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dredger lives.
Yeah. And then, and I said to him, well, what I can do.
The very disappointing Dredger ends.
Yeah. Is we'll just fucking write it and record a thing that we can put in the fucking film.
Okay. So we'll be doing
that just what we usually do.
All right.
Just sitting around doing silly voices.
I'll get to the keyboard this week. Right.
Nice.
Well, speaking of sitting around doing things that we do, shall we start the show proper?
Yeah.
Start
Yeah.
talking about some people in geekdom.
Shriek and terror.
Do we need
It's
to re-record
time to
these?
discuss people
Yeah.
in geekdom.
It's fine. Right, okay, so our first person in geekdom that we're going to be talking about this week is Jeremy Renner. Now, as you all know, Jeremy Renner was involved in a freak accident on New Year's Day.
Owner of the Jeremy Renner app.
Yeah, yes, he is.
Actual superhero Jeremy Renner.
Well, yeah.
Who jumps in front of a vehicle to save something.
Don't bury the lead. I'm getting to it. Okay. So he was run over by a 7-ton industrial snowplow that he owned.
His own 7-ton industrial snowplow.
He forgot to put the brake on.
In my script here,
More or
I've written
less.
that he's the modern day Brian Harvey, which is a reference if anyone understands that one. So the latest update is that he is now home from hospital, having broken over 30 bones and suffered blunt chest trauma. Police reports of the incident state that the plough started to skid while he was driving down a hill. So he jumped out and forgot to put on the handbrake. At this point, Renner saw that it was headed towards his nephew, and as a real-life superhero, ran in front of it to save the kid, tried to jump into the cab, and ended up going underneath the tire tread. It's just like a tank treads of the thing. Yeah. It's expected that given the severity of the injuries, it could take Renner several years to be back performing on the screen.
I mean, I've seen the photos of him in his hospital bed, and he looks absolutely fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, as to what this means for any future appearances in the MCU, well, we don't know. But obviously, the Disney Plus show Hawkeye did really set up the fact that he can retire. It's fine. We don't need to see him again. If we do, it's nice.
You know, we can see him in the next Avengers film on his farm in bed, going, "Oh, look at me, I'm fucked. I've been completely beaten up by Snowplow Man."
Clint, it's me, Captain America from a multiverse. I've come to save it. Don't ask me, I'm fucked. Why are you waving your arms around? I don't know.
I'm inflatable flailing arms man.
It's better than fucking Hawkeye. I know that one.
It's what? So what they're gonna do is like they're gonna pretend it's the same guy, but they're gonna recast it as Kermit the Frog. So like whenever it goes to,
let me just use this bow and arrow. Twang! Yay!
no, but
Okay, it's just fucking Hawkeye.
yeah.
I'm now recasting the entire MCU with
Miss
Muppets.
Piggy-
I would have done
Miss Piggy is,
a Hawkeye quote as
Mike-
Kermit, but he doesn't have any memorable quotes.
my brain just
I remember Budapest.
yeah, my brain just failed because I was trying to say Miss Piggy as Black Widow, but for some reason
Someone knocking? Is there someone knocking?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's somebody
So-
at the door.
there's somebody
at the door.
Oh, there's somebody at
So I was gonna say Miss Piggy as Black Widow, but my brain went.
Well, she does go. Hi-ya!
Yeah.
So, you know.
But then I was thinking of Miss Piggy as Scarlet Witch.
Shut up, frog man!
Yeah. As a Scarlet Witch, but my brain jumped to it too early and was like, "Oh yeah, Miss Piggy can play Captain Scarlet," and I was like, "That's not correct." Dun, 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 dun.
So it's hang on. So if Piggy is playing Scarlet Witch, Janice can play Black Widow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've done this before.
No, I don't think we have. I don't remember casting the
I could
MCU
swear
with
we've
Muppets.
done it before.
Oh,
Animals the Hulk.
Yes, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Kermit has to be either Cap or Iron Man. No, Fozzie's
No,
Iron Man.
because we've already cast Kermit as Hawkeye,
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
so he's locked in.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's fine.
Locked
then, I
in.
guess.
Scooter as Iron Man.
Okay.
The-
No, Professor Honeydew.
The
He's
dance,
scientist.
Professor Bunsen Honeydew.
Yes.
the dance producer, Scooter.
So Scooter. So does that mean Jarvis in his iron suit just goes meep 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 meep, and then that means Beaker becomes the Vision.
Yeah, Beaker is the Vision. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with that. Fozzie Bear. Who's Fozzie Bear?
Well, we've
It's Thor.
Oh yeah.
Fozzie Bear.
Dad Thor.
Hey! I got it.
Wacka wacka with Mjolnir.
There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. Who's Nick Fury?
Big Bird.
No.
Sam the
Eagle.
Sam the Eagle.
Yes, there you go. Oh, Sam the Eagle should be Captain America though, because he's like.
Oh, because he is. He is America.
Sam the
we go.
Eagle Jackson.
Why don't you split the part?
Motherfucker.
Why don't you split the part of Nick Fury into two and give it to Statler and Waldorf? So there's it's the Fury brothers.
Okay, Nick and Mick Fury.
Yeah, they both wear an eye patch just on different eyes.
I'm happy with that. Okay, well, look out for that on Disney Plus, I guess. the Muppets Avengers.
Starring Nicholas and Nicholas Fury.
Yeah, the Fury twins, both called Nicholas.
Oh, God. Right.
Hey, those Avengers aren't half bad. No, they're all bad. No!
Boo! Yes, boo!
Anyway, let's move from Avengers over to the DC side of things then, because I've got some sad news. Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill, has retired from playing the Joker. He's done this before, I hear you say. Yes, he has done this before. He retired from playing the Joker back in 2011 after the release of Arkham City. And he said that the only way he would come back to the role is if they did an animated movie of The Killing Joke.
Which they did.
They made an animated movie of The Killing Joke, yes. So he came back, and he was fucking fantastic in that. Let's not lie. He was. However, he is hanging up the wide-brimmed fedora for the final time because Kevin Conroy passed. And obviously, you can't have the Joker without Batman. And that's his Batman. And we've got a quote here from Mark.
I'm sorry, tell that to Joaquin Phoenix.
Shut up. Batman was in that. There was a young Bruce Wayne. Shut up.
I thought that the whole point he was going to be like, I'm not playing the Joker anymore. I'm taking Batman. It's my role now, bitch.
Well, I've got a quote from him here.
Okay.
He said, "They would call and say, 'Do you want to do the Joker?' And my only question was, 'Is Kevin Batman?' And if they said yes, I'd say, 'I'm in. We're partners. We're like Laurel and Hardy. If Kevin's there, without Kevin there doesn't seem to be a Batman for me.'"
They're like Nicholas and Nicholas Cage.
Yes.
Fury.
Nicholas and
Nicholas Cage.
Fuck's sake.
Oh my God!
He's played twins, hasn't he? Nicholas Cage.
I can't remember now. Off the top of my head.
Adaptation.
Let's say yes.
Sure.
But I want to see Sam Jackson and Nicolas Cage playing Nick and Mick Fury.
Nick and Mick Fury.
Oh, that's what. Yeah. The Fury Brothers' Day Off or something like that, where they just go to the beach or something. And Sam Jackson's like, "Let's play some volleyball." And Nicolas Cage's like, "No, I don't want to play volleyball. No, not today. I want to listen to some music. I want to listen to Rocket Man." Motherfucker, I ain't listening to Rocket Man. What the hell am I doing? Shut up. Anyway, what? Yes. The Twins, yes!
Yeah.
A different movie though. So, yeah, or maybe we remake Twins with anyway. But we need to hire a new Joker.
We do.
If we're not having Mark Hamill, who's going to be the Joker now?
But I presume
What
that you
you
were
mean
gonna go
apart
for
from
it.
you?
Apart from I could do the Joker.
Yeah, of course you could.
Yeah,
You just
why not?
did.
Yes, yeah, true, yeah. So who do we want to see take over the role of the Joker? Granted, there are other Jokers in animation, but
Terry McGinnis.
Go on. Nolan North. I can't do a Nolan North impression, but thank you for trying. I think he actually plays. Does he play? No. I'm sure he plays Batman in something animated. I can't think off the top of my head, but yeah, I think.
We're talking Uncharted.
I know Roger
North,
Craig
yeah?
Smith plays him in stuff now as well.
Nolan North, significantly different to Norm of the North, which would
Yeah.
be a very interesting Joker.
Which would be interesting if it was Norm Macdonald as the Joker. Just kind of shit like that. Yeah. Just very bored and lazy Joker. Yeah.
Hey, Norm.
Who do you want to see that I can do impressions of?
Sorry,
trying to cue them up for a bit, you know.
that you can do impressions of.
Yeah.
Haven't we like covered your 6 impressions already?
Fuck you. I've got a 7.
Somebody gonna ring Trev.
What's that?
Somebody gonna ring Trev.
Oh, we
yeah.
don't need Travis right here. He's gonna do impressions for you.
No,
It's gonna be Gary Oldman doing.
You know who? You know.
How about Morgan Freeman as the Joker?
More than Freeman.
More Than-
the one
yeah,
from the More Than advert.
Yeah, that was deliberate.
I'm more than Freeman, and I'm gonna play the Joker. Ha ha ha.
Well, what I was going to suggest was if he wasn't dead, obviously.
Oh, here we go. It's a
here's
challenge.
Yeah.
What if he was dead?
Ed,
Zombie Joker.
Yeah.
what was from this angle? All that it looked like was you were a zombie Nazi.
Well,
You just went "Whoa," and then fucking Hitler saluted. What the fuck, dude?
So Hitler is the Joker, is what you're saying?
No, I was saying Edwin.
Oh my goodness, the Joker here.
That's one that we haven't done in a while.
It's time for me to be Batman, don't you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Doing all this fucking Mad Hatter shit, yeah. But he's the Mad Hatter. It's already taken.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think about that one, did you?
No, I didn't. I completely forgot that was a fucking DC villain.
Yes, there we go.
Everyone forgets the Hatter.
Apart from you. Apart from you.
All right.
Yeah, there we go. No, okay, right. I thought we were going to have another one, but fine, that's fine. Okay, we'll move on to our next story then. And this is all about if Michael Bay kills pigeons. What are you laughing at? It's a genuine headline. So,
And
apparently,
you know what? If he does, good on him. Flying fucking rats.
you just love giving us out of context clips, don't you, Paul?
Yeah.
It's amazing. So, during the filming of Underground 6 for Netflix, way back in 2018, it was alleged that Michael Bay ran over a pigeon with a camera jolly. The pigeon is a protected species in Italy, apparently. And Insider State paid the rap. Says Insider State that an unnamed individual who happened to be on set apparently witnessed the incident, took a photo, and reported it to the Italian authorities. And investigations are underway. But I think this is someone trying to take over Michael Bay's job. So yeah, a coup, if you like. Or a coup. If you want to say it with the P, it's fine. Yeah, it's all pigeon related. It's all fine.
I saw a pigeon go into a betting shop once. He said he fancied a flutter.
Don't laugh at him. You want to encourage him.
Thank you, Danny.
I told the joke about the pigeon. Jesus Christ. Just because he's here doesn't mean you have to laugh at him, you know. I mean, I know we laugh at him, but that's a different situation.
Christ.
Anyway,
As far as I'm concerned, that was a hit.
yeah, okay. Right, let's move on quickly. Oh, Jesus.
Thrills and chills abound in
Movie news.
You've got homework. Get this sorted.
I'll fix it.
Right,
It's
okay.
I'm just going to replace them all with the Mr. on sound.
Don't own the copyright.
Movies. I don't own the copyright to the Twilight Zone either. It doesn't stop.
I forgot to get this open earlier, but we're gonna talk about the Oscars because that's a thing that's happening.
It is.
Have you got the stuff?
Well,
No, you've just got your picks.
I got my picks.
Okay. This website isn't loading for me. It will do. It's just taking its time. But the Oscars is coming up, and they announced all the nominations this past week. So we're just going to go over a few of these more select categories here. So the big one will be Best Picture. Nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, Banshees of Inisherin,
The Irish film.
Elvis, Everything,
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
That's the one. The Fablemans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking.
Spot the ones there that we've never heard of.
Well, I've heard of Women Talking because they don't never fucking shut up. So. Oh, I don't care.
I think somebody's sleeping on the couch tonight.
I am. only because we can't let the dog upstairs at the moment because we're babysitting some guinea pigs. So yeah. So I mean, I
And not for the rampant misogyny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do our picks and then see how we did on a later episode?
Sure, let's do that. Let's say that.
Well, I because I'm of the way the Academy tends to vote, I want to say Elvis.
Yeah, I'm thinking Elvis.
Although
On everything.
my best picture is actually Everything Everywhere All at Once.
No, do you know what? I'm going to change my pick. I'm going to go with Fabelmans because the Academy loves Spielberg, and this is the Spielberg movie.
Yeah. Or, I mean, just putting it out there, it would be kind of funny to have All Quiet on the Western Front win, because then it would be a remake of a previous Best Picture Oscar.
Okay. Amara?
I want every.
Everything is awesome. The Lego movie.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Everything everywhere all at once.
That is my Best Picture, but I don't think it's going to win Best Picture.
Okay. Best Actress, right now we've got Kate Blanchett for Tar, Anna de Armas for Blonde, Andrea Riseborough for To Leslie, Michelle Williams for The Fabelmans, and Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Michelle Yeoh, all the way.
Yeah, I'm thinking that.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
It's
I'm glad
just
we're all agreed.
amazing
Best
performance.
Actor, Austin Butler for Elvis, Colin Farrell for The Irish One, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Paul Mescal for Aftersun, and Bill Nighy for Living.
What they're offering
Brendan
Bill
Fraser.
Nighy a nomination for Being Alive.
Yes.
Brendan Fraser.
I just happened to be here, and I apologise for my singing.
Do the voice. You've got to do a Bill Nighy voice if you're going to...
I'm Bill Nighy, and I apologise for my...
He's not Stephen Hawking. I am Bill Nighy, and I apologise.
Stephen Hawking is more like this, isn't he?
That's what you would do.
No, it's not.
I am Bill Nighy. My eyes means a lot to me.
No, that's not Stephen Hawking. That's Will I Am.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. That's the Black Eyed Peas featuring Stephen Hawking. That's that one.
But what's
Pump
your...
it louder. Pump it louder.
Oh, I thought you meant that the Black Eyed Peas had done a song about like theoretical physics.
Where is the love?
I don't know anymore. I don't know.
It's more like, where is the Higgs boson?
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser. Okay, Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser. Okay, I'll go with that. I agree with that.
I would actually say again, because Elvis, Austin Butler.
Say it as Elvis.
Because
But he's no Gerard, is
No,
he?
say it as Elvis.
Thank you very much, Elvis, Austin Butler.
Ladies and gentlemen, Will I Am.
What?
It's better than fucking Bill Nighy.
I guess.
Best Supporting Actress, we've got Angela Bassett
Me.
for Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Hong Chow for The Whale, Kerry Condon for The Banshees of Inisherin, Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Always, and Everything Else. No, that's not. That's a different
Everything
movie.
Everywhere All at Once.
Everything, yeah. All the stuff. And Stephanie Sue for also The Things.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, probably.
She
I don't
was.
know, you know. I think...
I haven't seen the film, so I don't know.
yeah.
Well,
All I will say is she should get the award for the sausage fingers sex scene.
what?
Let's
And
just
you'll
leave that there.
understand what I'm talking about when you finally see it.
I will. I will see it eventually.
I'm leaving that
All-
in there.
all I can
If you've
see in my
seen it,
head
you'll
is-
understand, and if you haven't, you've got a treat.
All I can see in my head is like Jamie Lee Curtis doing a tribute to the Tom Green thing. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages? That thing.
Love that film. I
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
unapologetically love that film. It's rubbish, but I don't care. It is hysterical. Freddie, God's fingered. Best Supporting Actor, Brendan Gleeson for The Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway, Judd Hirsch for The Fit. Oh, Judd Hirsch, is he still around?
Yep.
Fucking hell.
Not dead yet.
No, apparently not.
He can dance and he can sing.
He can. Barry Keoghan for Banshees of Chimcharu.
The
And
Irish.
Hugh Kwan for Everything is Awesome. So, yeah. We got, who's going to win? Is it going to be short round or a Mad Eye Moody?
I actually picked Mad Eye Moody.
Okay,
Brendan Gleeson.
Okay. All right. And Best Director, we've got Martin McDonough for
the Banshees of Inisherin.
That's the one. Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert for Everything.
Daniels.
Yeah, all the stuff. Spielberg for The Fabelmans. Todd Field for Tar. And Ruben Östlund
Ruben Östlund for
for
Triangle of
Sadness.
I'd go with the Daniels. I think they may get best. I mean, it is a fantastically directed movie.
If we're going
I
with
just
what
don't
you said
think
about
it's going to get best picture.
I don't know. I think if they're gonna give Spielberg Best Picture, they'll probably give him Best Director as well. I don't know.
Doug, what do you think? You're being quiet. All right.
Okay, Doug says yes, so he wants that movie. Right. Okay. So as well as the Oscars, they also announced the Razzies at this time of year. Beg your pardon?
The Razzies.
All right. Okay. So we've got. I mean, there has been some controversy over this year's Razzies because they've nominated a child in the Best Actress,
And then shit themselves and gone back on it because they thought, maybe
we don't want to.
maybe we shouldn't bully a child.
Yeah.
So, but on the Worst Pictures list for the Razzies this year is Blonde, which ironically got a Best Actress nomination before. Disney's Pinocchio, Good Morning, The King's Daughter, or everyone's favourite, Morbius.
It's Morbin time.
It's probably going to be Morbius just for the memes.
Worst
The
actor,
memes.
we've got Machine Gun Kelly for Good Morning, Pete Davidson in Marmaduke, Tom Hanks as Geppetto in Pinocchio, Jared Leto as Morbius, or Sylvester Stallone for Samaritan, that weird superhero movie that he did.
What?
You not seen it?
Still haven't watched
I'm gonna be a superhero, man.
I just presume it's like a Judge Dredd film that he can fly.
Yes. We talked about Judge Dredd before, funny enough.
Stallone.
Okay.
What was that?
Me doing
Paul's the law.
Stallone's,
Oh, right.
Stallone's Dread.
I am the law. I am the law. This block is under arrest.
Blur. Okay. Worst actress is...
That's Sylvester Stallone as a vampire.
Blur. 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 So worst actress on the list right now, I've got Ryan Kieran Armstrong, which is the kid from Firestarter, so we'll cross it off. Bryce Dallas Howard for Jurassic Park Dominion. Diane Keaton for Mac and Rita. Kaya
Scodelario.
Yeah, that's the one.
She was in Skins.
She was also in The King's Daughter, apparently. And Alicia Silverstone for a film called The Requiem. Never heard of it.
Bryce Dallas Howard, just because that's the only one I fucking know.
Let's say that.
Alicia Silverstone as...
I know who Alicia Silverstone is.
know who she is.
I haven't seen the film.
Okay.
Fucking hell, Paul. We got...
I have fuck it, I don't know where that sentence was going.
All right.
Never mind.
Okay, that's fine.
Carry on.
So, worst supporting actress, we're going to put that to Morbius for Adria Arjona. Worst supporting actor, Tom Hanks has been nominated for Elvis. I hear a lot of people saying he's terrible.
As Colonel Tom.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Worst director, Judd Apatow for The Bubble. I enjoyed that movie. It's shit, but I enjoyed it. Morbius, yeah, that's getting it, isn't it? Obviously, yeah. So Morbius is going to sweep the awards as far as we're concerned. Okay, now that's the nomination stuff out the way. Let's get to the actual news. We had a Friday the 13th this month, being January, obviously, and so it was decided that Sean Cunningham, co-creator of the Friday the 13th franchise, decided to use this occasion to announce that Jason is coming back not only to TV screens but to the big screen. Recently, there was announced the Crystal Lake TV series, and Cunningham has also announced that he's developing a reboot of the movies alongside writer Jeff Locker and director Jeremy Weiss, and that if complicated rights issues get in the way, then they have a plan B to still get the project off the ground. Essentially, Cunningham owns Jason and the basic premise of the series, but Victor Miller, who wrote the original Friday the 13th movie, can use anything from that original movie. And he can also use the name Friday the 13th. However, Cunningham can also still use that name Friday the 13th due to a loophole, and he owns the character of Adult Jason. So obviously, young Jason was in the original, but Adult Jason, the hockey mask guy, that's Cunningham's outright. Which is why later down the line, when the movies changed from being Friday the 13th to Jason blank.
Does Manhattan.
So, alongside the Friday the 13th reboot, they also announced that Steve Miner, who directed Friday the 13th Part 2 and 3, and also Halloween H2O, he's working on a reboot of House, the movie House. And also there's a new project called The Night Driver.
I thought you meant the TV show with House MD.
Yeah, it's about a haunted doctor. Yeah. Who, So, yeah.
Fucking every single, like, it's like it's basically like House, but instead of saying everything's lupus, like it's like trying to diagnose. So it's like someone comes in and they're really ill, and he's like, what's wrong? And one of the other doctors goes, the dude's haunted. He's clearly haunted. And he's like, it's not fucking ghosts.
Maybe it is.
It's also immune.
Oh, well, speaking of doctors, we can actually start Scrubs cast now because I've been watching it over Christmas and New Year.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've been watching it. Yeah. Who am I?
Who am I?
Who am I? I get it now. I get it.
Hooray.
Well, every time somebody says 35, I go, 35! Every single time.
Yeah, so I've started watching that. But with Jason, I say he's coming back to the big screen. Obviously, these sequels did get lower and lower and lower quality. I enjoy them, not going to lie. They're still a franchise that, even though the movies are shite, I love them. Latest
Jason
series
X was
had
great.
Jason Takes Manhattan.
You know what
obviously.
I love? That basically Scream 6 is riffing on that
Well-
by taking Scream to New York.
Well, they didn't take Jason to New York. They took him to Toronto. That's what.
Well, yes, yeah, but that's not unusual. Canada standing in for pretty much all of America.
And obviously, they had Jason Goes to Hell, which is where
Jason
he's-
goes to space.
Yeah, Jason X. Yeah. So what are the where else do we want to take Jason? What are the Friday the 13th movies could we do?
Jason time travels.
Tyrannosaurus J.
Oh, you got to
No, that's far too scary.
Jason stays away from Runcorn, if you ask me. Yeah. God, Crystal Lake would be like paradise compared to fucking Runcorn. Oh, I hate Runcorn. So I mean, yeah.
That's why I brought it up.
Okay. I mean, I'd love to see like in Jason Goes to Hell. They had the whole body swapping thing where Jason's
Jason
essence was moving from person to person. So if we're going to use time travel, let's carry on with that theme and have Jason embody a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but with the hockey mask on the top of it.
Yeah,
So-
Tyrannosaurus J.
Yeah, but because it's Jason, it literally just appears behind people without doing the boom boom, Jurassic Park shit. It's just there straight away. And smashes them with tiny claws. Smashes the legs in
Well,
the
like
floor and shit.
the tiny claw just holding a machete.
So it's a mashup of Friday the 13th and Jurassic Park.
Yes. Jason Jurassic Park.
Jason as a Tyrannosaurus Rex with his face covered up and his little tiny hands. I ain't scared. He can't fucking bite me. And he can't even lift the machete.
That's a very good point.
Thing is,
No, the mask
no. You're thinking of the wrong Tyrannosaurus. It should be the Wallace Shawn character from Toy Story.
Oh, Jason becomes
I'm so scary.
Jason becomes a small toy. Yes, the Toy Story crossover. Yeah, let's do it.
No, what I thought you meant with the hockey mask was it's a full-size Tyrannosaurus, but it's got a human-sized hockey mask, just in
just
between
entering
its
the
eyes.
nose.
Yeah. So it's like it could still bite you, but it's just got. You're just like, what the fuck? Ah!
Let's get on it, Hollywood. Let's make that movie. Speaking of other movies that are getting made,
Jason versus the Terminator.
yeah, let's do that. Oh, I'll be down for that. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, all day.
Well, don't we need to do like Jason versus Evil Dead because of the whole like?
That's a whole other thing.
Okay.
I mean, there are comics, but whatever.
All right.
Okay, so it was revealed earlier this month that Channing Tatum, that's a name that we always talk about on this podcast. Mm-hmm. His production company, Free Association, have picked up the rights to the 90s Patrick Swayze vehicle Ghost, are in active development of a reboot.
Huh.
Channing is pegged to play the role of Sam, the titular ghost, but nowhere does other casting as yet. But in a weird twist of fate...
Which one's playing Papa Emeritus? That's a joke that no one will fucking get.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why nobody laughed.
Yeah. So
Fuck you.
In a weird twist of
At least I
fate...
didn't. At least I didn't tell a joke about a fucking pigeon.
In a weird twist of
I got
fate...
one laugh out of it. It's one more than you did.
In a weird fucking twist of fate... About a year or so ago now, you bastards, I wrote the plot for... I was going to do a series, which I may still do, called Crossover.
I remember this.
Yes. And I wrote the plot for a Ghostbusters crossover where the Ghostbusters meet Sam from Ghosts. It's really fucking long. So if anyone wants to read it, I'll put it up on Patreon or something like that. But yeah,
We should do a reading of it on a show at some point.
I did actually get the audio file ready, but I realised it was 9 minutes long, and I'm not going to sit here for 9 minutes while that goes
Fair
through.
enough.
But yeah, it's a whole fucking but the thing is, this came up
Edit
before.
it on the end of this.
What I could do. This came up before Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I obviously hadn't seen the movie, and so a lot of the plot points that I put in there actually turned up in Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Ooh, spooky.
All the stuff about Ivo Shandor and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's in my plot. So yeah, very strange. But yeah,
Clearly, whoever wrote the guys who wrote that were fans of the show. Because I'm pretty sure, like, didn't we do a reading on like a pot?
No. This was back in the break.
They fucking hacked
The
us.
interregnum.
Yeah. I mean, Ghost is actually an Oscar-winning movie. Do we remember? Whoopi Goldberg won an Oscar for this movie.
I went to the cinema to watch it just before lockdown at Valentine's Day with Mrs. And it was such a really weird and brilliant experience. I've seen that film fucking loads of times. And I've sat there watching it, and all the women in the entire theatre were all reacting exactly. Everybody went, Molly, you in trouble, girl. Everybody did it. Everybody did it. It was almost audience participation. And then at the end of it, when, spoilers, Sam is whisked off to heaven, and he says ditto and all that.
He's a Pokemon the entire time.
The murmur of sadness across. It was almost deafening, except for me and Lani going. It's like we've never seen it. We all knew what was going to happen. Honestly, like.
Yeah, I like.
See, I would just think about that, and because I watched the sitcom Ghosts, all I would see now is him getting sucked off. So, I love that show.
That's the one in the house, isn't it? Where the one thing that we always talk about, that one in our house, is bum and chips. Fucking that caveman one. That goes,
I love it, Robin.
I eat bum. Yeah, bum. You know. What else do you eat? Bum and chips.
I love that show. Have you seen the American version?
No.
Every episode of it's on the iPlayer. Get it watched.
I'm on it.
It's good.
I'm on it. Right, guys, I'll see you later.
All right, and that's the end of the show. No. Yeah, so, well, that's the end of that section, at least, anyway. This is where I hand it over to Paul for his nonsense, when he talks about Doctor Who and shit. Ooh, diddly-dum, diddly-dum, wee, Doctor Who knew.
Yeah, we're definitely changing that.
No, we're not. That's the only one I'm leaving.
No expense spent.
So, yeah, as I mentioned at the start of the show, it's 2023. It's the 60th anniversary year of Doctor Who. We'll be celebrating in November with our...
We'll be accelerating. We're getting faster.
Do this every fucking episode.
We're going to be talking about Doctor Who. Okay, the 60th anniversary is coming up, and David Tennant's coming back, and I'm so... Yeah, because he knows I've got better shit coming up. So...
Every fucking episode, you deliberately mishear something that I say.
Why are Mum and Dad arguing again?
We've got the 3 anniversary episodes coming up in November. We've got the new series after that with Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson. Yep. Being filmed at the moment. We'll come back to that in a second. The first bit of news that came out recently. So BBC Books have announced a new batch of novelisations under the Target Books brand.
Going twice.
Doctor Who, it's about the only brand where you get TV episodes that are then turned into books again. It's been going on for, 50 years now.
So,
I think.
Come on,
man.
So
you're a professional slag.
Interruption.
Pigeons.
Get on your knees.
The Target brand has been going for 50 years now, so it's great that it's still something that people, fans especially, are into. I mean, the books that I grew up reading were Target Doctor Who novelisations. The books that they're doing this time are so there's the 13th Doctor story, Kablam.
No, say it properly.
Kablam.
Say it properly.
Kablam! Kablam! Kablam!
There you go.
Or, Amazon by a different name. By Peter McKay. The Planet of the Ood by Keith Temple, 10th Doctor story. The Waters of Mars by Phil Ford. The Zygon Invasion, so that's a 12th Doctor story by Peter Harness. That's good because that follows on.
Two-part story.
Yes, and it follows on from The Day of the Doctor. Yep. Which has already been novelised, so that's good. And then Warrior's Gate and Other Stories by Stephen Gallagher. So Stephen Gallagher had novelised...
Warrior's Gate's already been done.
Yeah, so Stephen Gallagher had novelised Warrior's Gate back in the day, and then it's been sort of expanded out. He had a longer version that he'd written.
Right.
And they released that as an audiobook. So there was a recent audiobook that they released the extended version. So they're putting that into print along with the new audio original sequel, The Kairos Ring, and another all-new story. So it's like a bumper edition. Yeah. The new Blu-ray has been announced. So season 9 has been announced.
Come on, Blu-ray. Thank you.
Season 9 has been announced as the latest addition to Doctor Who: The Collection. So from 1972, that is Day of the Daleks, The Curse of Peladon, The Sea Devils, The Mutants, and The Time Monster.
Sea Devils.
Yeah. This is the season I always point at when people say, "Oh God, Doctor Who's gone all woke." Doctor Who was woke back in 1972, for fuck's sake.
See, I'm not the only one who gets political. You dickheads.
Admittedly,
I'm the one
they
who
didn't
gets
do a
angry
terribly good
about
job. The Mutants is very much about sort of racism and stuff like that, and they did at least try to be representative in the casting. Unfortunately, Rick James is one of the worst actors to have ever been in Doctor Who. Seriously,
the singer.
Seriously, no.
Rick James, bitch.
There's a black actor by the name of Rick James. I think he went on to be
a singer.
A politician. I think he went on to be in
That's the Lord's bitch.
But yeah, he was not a good actor. He was not good.
He speaks very highly of you.
As regards,
he's coming to see you in Panto. No, Pracho. Panto, yeah. It's Teddy Pratchett Panto. Why not?
It's not a panto.
Oh yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Did you just punch a small donkey or something? What the fuck was that?
It was a drum roll.
What was it doing up there?
Anyway, as regards the new series, so while production on the first season with Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson is in full swing, Russell D. Davies has confirmed that new spin-offs are in development.
Rusty.
So in an interview with GQ, he said, "Voice."
Okay. Voice.
I'm gonna try my Davros. So. I thought the streaming platforms are ready. The spin-offs are ready. I did Torchwood as a spin-off. The Sarah Jane Adventures as a spin-off. The spin-offs declined when I left, and I can see why. And I very much left after 2008, when the money became scarce. I think that's fair enough for the public service broadcaster, that the money is spent on other things.
Okay. Now do your Davros. That was alright. I'll give you that one.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I mean, admittedly, I don't have the effect on top or anything like that. But yeah. So, more news and more stuff to talk about over the next
11 months.
11 months. Yeah.
Crazy.
We love our Doctor Who.
We do. We also love other things that happen on the TV. So let's talk about those.
Tremble at the might of the TV section.
Tremble.
Yeah,
Tremble harder, Paul. Tremble harder like you're in a fucking earthquake. Go! Tremble like a fucking jelly on the moon. Do jellies tremble on the moon?
No.
Okay.
I imagine they explode on the moon.
Why?
Because,
Explode, Paul! Explode! Boom! Thank you. So no shocks here, but Wednesday has been announced for season 2. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes you think something on Netflix is gonna, that was brilliant. It's gonna get another season. Nah, dead within 5 minutes.
Apparently, according to Netflix, they don't cancel successful series.
No, of course they don't.
Yeah, fucking lying cunts. So it's been the series that is based upon the Addams Family has been renewed for a second season. I wouldn't expect to see it any time before 2024, as it's obviously going to take a while to write and to film. And Jenna Ortega is like the most sought after actress at the moment. Tim Burton, or Time Burton, as I've called him in the notes here. Lord of Time, Burton, is currently set to return as producer and expected to write and direct episodes as he did in season 1. I assume we've all seen Wednesday by this point, but oh my god, that monster is the most Tim Burton thing that ever Tim Burtoned. Seriously,
I-
10 nose,
you know-
enormous eyes, spindly arms.
I
There we go.
would be interested to know quite how much is Tim Burton and quite how much is Goffin Miller, because it's Goffin Miller's show.
Yeah. Fucking, oh my God, the arrogant pricks. Episode 1. Fucking Wednesday goes to see this psychiatrist. What's on the door outside her? Goffin Miller, real estate agent. Fuck off!
Oh no, come on.
Go back to fucking Gotham, you pricks.
Smallville.
Whatever. I don't give a shit. Either way, they can still fuck off.
They were the
somewhere in
Smallville
the DC
showrunners.
universe.
Yeah.
I don't care. Just go away.
No, that sort of gag is really
I know
really
it's rampant.
common.
I know,
You know,
the set
I
designers
spotted
did that
it.
as a
It
fucking
doesn't bother
in-joke.
me.
Fuck off. Tim
You get
Burton
mad
Cafe.
about the weirdest shit.
Because I don't like them. I
Do
really
we
think
remember
they're
it for
horrible.
next month?
What?
We'll just remember this one for next month.
Yeah,
Fucking-
yeah.
I've got nothing to poke you with this week. You put that one in the
You'll
beginning.
think of something, I'm sure.
We're going to be changing the name of the shop to Goffin Miller for next month. It's no longer Geek Retreat Warrington. It's Goffin Miller.
Fuck off. So, another show.
That's the introduction for next month.
Spoilers! He's going to have Kath come out dressed as Gotham Miller.
God's sake.
So another show that's getting a season 2 is Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. Did anyone watch it?
Yes.
Really? You were the only ones?
No,
Did you
Loads of people who watched it. I just
Thank you, mate.
Really? I watched episode 1 and had no inclination to watch any more.
I love the stuff with Elrond and his dwarf best mate. I could watch 10 episodes of that.
Is he on his knees? Okay, I will try.
But a lot of the other stuff, I just wasn't that bothered by.
No. As soon as I saw Lenny Henry as some kind of hobbit dude, I was just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
shit?
they were proto-hobbits.
No, fair enough. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Well, yeah, it's odd. Well, anyway, the producers seem to be adding a classic Lord of the Rings character to the show, as the rumor is that Tom Bombadil finally appearing in live action.
yeah.
No word on casting as yet, or if he will be all singing, all dancing as readers of the books. But, they were very disappointed that he was left out of the movies.
Yep.
As he's very much a fan favourite character.
Maybe they should do a reality show to cast Tom Bombadil, America's next best
Tom Bobble.
Tom Bombadil. Yeah. It's the sort of shit that Amazon would do.
It's the Tom Factor. It's time to sing some nonsensical music.
Who wants to be?
That's the thing
wants-
I always remember about reading the Lord
Paul,
of
it's time to sing some nonsensical music, because I decided to ask the AI generator ChatGPT
Oh shit.
to write a J.R.R. Tolkien poem from the point of view of Tom Bombadil, describing how happy he is to finally be appearing on screen in Season 2 of Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. And this is what it gave me. I'm Tom Bombadil, the master of the river, a jolly old fellow who loves to deliver a song and a dance to all who will hear my joyous laughter that fills the air. I've been hidden away for many a year, but now I'm back and all will cheer. For I'm appearing on screen in a new show, the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, you know. I'll sing, I'll play, for all to see, my tales of the forest, wild and free. My love for Goldberry, my dear wife, will shine through the screen and bring delight. So come one, come all, and join in the fun, for Tom Bombadil is back and he's won a place in your hearts and on your screens with joy and laughter, that's what he means. So tune into Amazon and watch me sing my songs of the forest and all they bring, the joy and the beauty that's always been there, for Tom Bombadil is always aware.
That was actually halfway decent. There seems to be a distinct lack of shotguns compared to the other, compared to the other AI.
So here comes Frodo and Sam and the others. I'll shoot them in the balls and watch them run. So, there you go.
No, surely for that version it's like, I'm Tom Bombadil.
Do you know, I did actually do a voice thing. It was actually Tom Baker was going to sing it.
Fair enough.
Do you know, well, let's see if I've got the... yeah, there we go.
Also,
Let's have a little listen.
who wants to be a Tom Bombadillionaire?
I like it.
I'm Tom Bombadil, the master of the river, a jolly old fellow who loves to deliver a song and a dance to all who will hear.
So I did that, and it did fuck up a few times. I'm not going to lie. He literally went at one point. He's like, "I'm Tom Bombadil, the master of the river,
Max Headroom.
I did it with Vincent Price. He started like he was having a joke. He's like,
I like
Tom Bombadil.
Who was that, sorry?
That was Tom Baker.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that it
Actual
sounds...
Tom Baker. I got him to record it for
Rang
him.
him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like...
Do us a favour, mate.
I like that it implies that like Tom Baker also makes fucking, you know, like the William Shatner music where he's got the background music and he just speaks over the
She
top
came
of
from
it.
Greece. She had a thirst for knowledge.
Yeah.
She studied sculpture at St. Martin College. That's where
I'm a rocket man.
Yeah.
I had that on in the
Rocket
other
Man.
afternoon.
I just wanted to make the point. Songs and Lord of the Rings just never actually mixed for me. I remember reading The Lord of the Rings, so the original books, when I was about 12, and I'm ploughing through them.
First
and
edition.
it's like you get to one of these fucking poems, and it's like, okay, skip, and it's still going. Skip.
Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, the bravest little hobbit of them all.
Yeah. But yeah, if Tolkien had never written a poem or a song, those books would have been like half their length.
And the movies would have been 20-minute longs.
Fuck you, they were good.
No, I agree. The Hobbit, not so much, but the Lord of the
No,
Rings.
I meant the whole thing about
films
the
are
poems.
as long as they are because they go on very long walks.
Yes, they do. I seen a thing on YouTube, not YouTube, on Facebook the other day. There was like one of them little meme things, and it was like, Gandalf, all right, Frodo, how's it going, lad? Frodo, yeah, I'm fine, thanks, mate. Blank. Gandalf, do you like jewellery and walks by any chance? Okay, so I'm going to stick with fantasy now and talk about Paramount Plus. They have given an 8-episode straight-to-series order for a Dungeons & Dragons TV show.
Woo! Yes!
I figured there was anywhere to talk about it.
Woo!
Even the trains are excited. Listen to them.
Fuck yeah! I summoned that train.
So as we know, there is a movie coming out that's yet to be released, and no word on if the projects are actually related at this point. But the streaming service has given the green light to series. The movie and series are being developed in conjunction with each other, and the president of license holder E1, Michael Lombardo, has given a quote in a press release. So what voice are we going to give to Michael Lombardo?
Like Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
I'd need to listen to him again. No, he's like a tiny.
I
like a tiny
am
Patrick
Dungeon
Stewart.
Master.
Okay. We don't want it to be just one show. We're building out. This sounds more like a fucking shitty version of the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah.
Hello, boils and ghouls.
Developing out.
Oh, I need a proper voice for him. Go on. Let me. Who we doing? Anyone? Connery.
Classic.
You know me well, Andy. Okay. Sure. We don't want it to be just one show we're building out. Developing out a multi-pronged approach for television, a number of shows, both scripted and unscripted. So, what to me that sounds like they're doing like a narrative show, and also with it being unscripted, are we going to do like D&D like?
That's what I mean. I'm like, pretty sure like at that point, all that they're going to do is get one of the like
bollocks there, you know?
Yeah. What do you,
Right,
like the Critical Role or like the D&D live streams that like Stream of Many Eyes or whatever, they'll just do like a TV version of that.
Maybe. Who knows?
Celebrity RPG, like like Tabletop did, basically.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Let's go with
but what I got to say, I got to stand in here for my wife, Kath, because every time she's watched one of the trailers for the new movie,
Yep.
she's immediately gone, but it's not the cartoon. And that's what I think they need to make this live-action TV show. They basically need to do a live-action version of the cartoon.
Chris Pine doesn't have a tiny unicorn with riots.
It's Dungeon Master and all the kids as the archetype. So, Ranger, Barbarian, Magician, Thief.
Dick.
Twat. Yeah. and acrobats.
The problem is with that though, like back when that was made, those were the actual classes in the thing.
Yeah.
And like, obviously now they're using it to promote 5th edition and beyond, where half of those aren't fucking classes anymore. So it's like they can either do a Legend of Vox Machina where they kind of like sort of narratively work around that, but if they're because it's made specifically like in conjunction with like Wizards of the Coast and stuff, which is why the new film presumably takes place on the Sword Coast somewhere, so it's going to have stuff like that.
I still can't believe that Chris Pine's character. He's a fucking bard.
Yeah.
Nobody plays bards.
Chris Pine does.
What the fuck are you talking about? Everyone plays bards.
People who basically
Michael Jackson was Bard, and you know it.
What's the point of playing a bard? You
Like, this is how I can tell he's never fucking watched Critical Role.
Well,
like, you watch fucking, you watch Campaign 1 of Critical Role, you can see how fucking powerful a bard can be. Like...
you will believe a bard can fly.
Fucking... Like,
oh look!
I'm not going to talk about
I've
it
used charisma as my dump stat.
What? Charisma.
I'm not going to talk about it because it'll give spoilers for Legend of Vox Machina.
I did see a photo from the movie, and the comments in the photo was just like, "Why is Vecna from Stranger Things in this film?" And the other half of the comments were like, "Dude, that's a fucking lich."
Yeah.
So.
Besides, Vecna was named after the D&D character, you fucking twits. Like... Fucking, that's the whole point. Tell me you've watched Stranger Things without taking any of the fucking details in. The whole premise is, hey, look, we play a Dungeons and Dragons game. Oh shit, evil's happening. Let's name it after the Dungeons and Dragons characters. Duh! Fucking, I sound like Mike. Fuck. I finally found my breaking point. I think you've just been
insulted.
I do believe I have. Fuck you! There we go. That's better. Let's get that back. Okay, so we're going to move on to the one, not the final section, it's the last one.
Before we do.
Oh, I'd be thinking on the button.
Yeah, this is why I said before you do. Just seeing as we're talking about TV shows. Legend of... Yeah. TV shows. Teeth. Yeah, we will do.
Molars.
The powerhouse of the mouth. No. What I was going to say was Legend of Vox Machina Season 2 is out on Amazon. So currently episodes 1 to 6, but by the time people listen to this, probably there will be more episodes. Go watch it, it's fucking fantastic.
No, what else we're going to do now is we're going to talk about some any other business.
Any other business?
Okay, so my first story I've called is CSI, Christmas Scene Investigation. This is a story from UPI.com. A Rhode Island Police Department has said that it granted the request of a young resident to have the remains of a cookie and some carrots DNA tested to determine if Santa Claus bit them. The Cumberland Police Department said in a news release that it received a letter this month from a young investigator seeking to have a partially eaten Oreo cookie and some baby carrot sticks DNA tested to identify whether or not they were indeed eaten by Santa Claus on December 25th.
Oh, I thought you meant the child was bitten by Santa.
That'd be a
I was going to say that it does kind of read that way.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were like, the kid just sent them in going, quick, we need DNA test. I'm worried that I'm going to turn into a Claus.
So we know his DNA is on these carrots and these biscuits, but is it in my arm as well? We need to match.
Like Santa Claus is some sort of
Violent Night 2 took a fucking
zombie Santa.
It's like it's like a fucking lycanthrope. So like the kid's going to turn into Were Santa every Christmas.
Oh my God! That has to be a movie.
That's what the
You're
Santa
giving
Claus
goals away for
Santa
free.
Claus. There we go.
No, like the film with Tim Allen. That's what it is. Like fucking Santa dies. Or spoilers. Santa gets killed by Tim Allen, but as he dies, he fucking bites Tim. I'm sure that's what happens.
Passes on the curse.
Yeah, and then the curse gets passed on to Tim Allen.
I remember there was a mall Santa who told him to stay off the moors.
Yeah. I remember that scene.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
An American Santa Claus in London.
Yes, that was it. That's it. Yeah. And at the end, Jenny Agutter was there. You're crying over a big red suit and a beard.
You know, we skipped over the news that Silent Night is getting a sequel.
Violent Night.
Violent Night, rather.
Yeah.
Well,
It's going to be a while off yet.
Yeah, but that was such good fun.
It was.
I
good
really
movie,
enjoyed that.
I've got a quote here.
If it's not called Violent Night, Deadly Night, then...
No, there is a movie, Silent Night, Deadly Night. There's a bunch of them, yeah.
Violent Night.
That clip that everyone takes the piss out of on the internet, you know, that Garbage Day! That's from Silent Night, Deadly Night too.
Ah.
Yeah. So I've got a quote here from Chief Matthew J. Benson, who is obviously doing these investigations. So we need a voice for Chief
Tim
Benson.
Allen.
Tim Allen. I can't do Tim Allen.
It's easy. You just read it normally, and then at the end of every sentence go, I hope the quote is just, no.
Oh, the quote is just like, no, of course it's not. I'm stupid.
So, all right, if we're doing Amara's version of Tim Allen, it'd be like, this young lady obviously have a keen sense for truth and investigative process, and did a tremendous job packaging her evidence for submission. We will do our very best to provide the answers for her to infinity and beyond.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. And I'll get me knob out now. So that's
Where's the
that's a reference to the news. If anyone's been paying attention.
Now I'm off to do some cocaine.
Yeah, and kill a man.
And kill... Oh, yeah.
Allegedly.
He went to prison. It's called alleged.
Oh, yeah, that.
So the food was passed to the State of Rhode Island's Department for Health Forensic Services Unit for analysis. Benson said that the department had proved that the girl had already provided the girl with some uncovered evidence in support of Santa Claus present in her neighborhood, which was a photo of a deer that was taken on Christmas Eve. Okay, next story from TechSpot.com.
Not having any of that. No, that was fake.
Well, you had Santa Claus here. You know he's real.
Yeah, but he was here.
Yeah. And then he
Santa
went
was
there.
here? No,
he flies
he was
around the world
here.
at like 6 billion. If he flies around the world backwards, everyone loses their memory and puts things back to the way they were. Nuclear bombs don't go off. Lois Lane comes back to life.
Look, we all know that Santa Claus is
Santa
a Time
Man.
Lord. That's why he has so many different faces and can be in so many different places at the same time. Yeah?
This just reminds me of one year where
you
I...
remain unconvinced.
This reminds me of one year where I...
The police of Rhode Island just should be doing other things. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I've seen me, myself, and Irene, and the police of Rhode Island are very, very strange people.
It's fucking true.
Okay, so next story: fishy credit card activity. In a freak series
Sounds like a standard day for me, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, you may have had a call
That's
about
my
this,
job.
So, in a freak series of seemingly random events, a Switch user's pet
Seemingly?
fish... Seemingly? A Switch owner's pet fish accessed his eShop account and added funds to it using his credit card.
What?
The crime was caught on video during an unsupervised live stream, and hundreds of viewers watched as the little fish stole the user's identity while he was gone. The entire heist started as an experiment to see if the fish could complete Pokemon Scarlet and Violet unassisted, a la like Twitch plays Pokemon, that kind of thing. To do it, Japanese YouTuber, oh my fucking god, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this.
Mutekamaru channel.
Mutakamaru, let's say that. Mutakamaru channel set up a webcam focused on his fishbowl. Motion tracking software monitored the fish as they swam across an overlaid grid populated with controller inputs. If a fish paused or changed direction, the correlating controller input registered in the game. The Japanese guy had done this experiment before. In 2020, his fish successfully completed the test, finishing Pokemon Sapphire in about 3,195 hours, something an actively paying human could do in around 30. However, this time around, things did not go as planned. The identity theft occurred as Mr. Miyagi was away from the YouTube live stream.
No, don't fucking Mutekamaru.
Sorry, that's,
For one, Mr. Miyagi, he wasn't Japanese, was he?
Yes.
Was he?
Yes.
I'm misremembering.
Yeah. So I'm fine. It's okay.
No, not really.
It's not racist if it's the same country. The game went swimmingly with the fish winning several battles, and at the 1,144-hour mark, the game crashed, as games sometimes do. But without Mutakamaru present to fix the situation, the system continued to register inputs from the fish. Eventually, the pesky little critters got the Nintendo eShop to come up twice, and, entirely by chance, registered the correct series of inputs to add 500 yen, which is only about $4 US, to Mutakamaru's account from his credit card that was saved on the Switch. They also exposed his credit card information to everyone watching.
Oh no.
Then the scoundrels managed to use some of Mutakamaru's accumulated reward points to purchase a new avatar, download the N64 emulator, and get PayPal to send him a setup confirmation email and change his Nintendo account name from Mutakamaru to The fish free for all went on for 7 hours in total before the future bait finally managed to power down the switch. Mutakamaro contacted Nintendo, explained what happened, and asked for a refund of his yen. Hilariously enough, Nintendo granted the request, so no harm was done, and nothing was truly lost except 10 points for an avatar. No harm, no foul, and hopefully Mutakamaro sees it that way too and doesn't flush the thieves down the toilet.
I would say though he
And then
now needs to change his credit card.
and then later on, he tried to use the same excuse for all the porn that got downloaded.
Yeah. It's good old Ron on Virgin again. It was the fish. It was the fish.
It was the fish that did it.
Fish. Yeah, it wasn't me. Okay, next story is from NBCBoston.com. The Massachusetts Department of Transportation have announced the winners of their Name a Snowplow contest, open to all children across the state. Jeremy Renner also entered, calling his... The kids didn't really know the task that they were set, and the list of winners below is Snowdrop, named by the Wilkins Elementary School in Staunton, Flurry Fighter, named by students from Crosby Elementary School, The Blizzard of Oz.
Oh, that's a good one.
Named by James F. Condon School, Blizzard Wizard, named by students from Tanto.
Go to Tahanto, pronto, tonto.
What?
Snow Day No Way, named by students from Hadley Elementary School. Snow Time to Lose, named by students from Wamsutta Middle School. Arctic Beast, named by students from JFK Elementary School. And Luke Snowwalker, named by students from Munger Hill. Munger Hill! I like that name. Sherlock Gnomes, named by students from the John F. Kennedy School. And Sled Zeppelin, named by students from Buckland Sherborne Elementary. What would we name a snowplow?
Snowplow McSnowplow face.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
I was thinking Sleep Retreat Warrington.
Take it, that's awesome.
Go on, Paulie, you got one?
I think I stole his.
Yeah, you kind of beat me to
Any
the
from
punch
the audience who wants to name a snowplow?
Everyone's looking at us like, why the fuck would we do that, you dickhead?
Right then, fuck you.
He said I'll have me up the knee for one in Warrington.
Alright, okay, fine, fuck it, I don't give a shit.
We need a
Sure,
great
not mine, I
plow.
don't give a fuck. Okay, and the next story that, in fact, you know what, I'll save that for last. I'm going to move on to a follow-up to a story that we did last year. This is, who's been to the Travelodge? Everyone's been to the Travelodge. Did you know that every year they
Travelodge.
publish their Bizarre Requests audit online?
Yes.
When you
Yeah.
book a room at the Travelodge, you can ask them to do shit for you. They may not necessarily do it, but they make a log of everything that they get asked. So I got in touch with them last year, asked for the list. They sent it to me. I asked them again this year. So some of the things that they asked is Bath Waterside Travelodge was asked, can you arrange for me to wear Meghan Markle's Giorgio Armani dress from the Fashion Museum for my 40th birthday party? Birmingham Central Bullring was asked, which Birmingham delicatessen sells Colonel mustard? Birmingham Central Mall Street was asked, can you teach me to dance Bhangra? Bournemouth Seafront Travelodge. Paul, you can read this one.
Can you arrange for me to have a double date with Harry and Sandra Redknapp?
Cambridge Central Travelodge. Just how holy is the water at Jesus Green Lido?
How green is it?
Do you want to read this one?
Does King Charles teach at the King's School?
In Canterbury, Chaucer. Carlisle Central Travelodge. Can you arrange for my husband to be imprisoned in Carlisle Castle? He's doing me head in. That was you, Danny. Thanks, babe. Love you. Here we go. Edinburgh Haymarket. Can you arrange for a voice note in the voice of Sean Connery to my granny Angie for her birthday? You sound just like 007. Person taking the booking over the phone. Hull Central, Paul.
Can you arrange for Aunt Bessie to give my
Best Apu from The Simpsons. What the fuck, Paul?
It started off sort of vaguely Scottish and then went in the wrong direction very, very fast.
Certainly did, yeah.
Can you arrange for Aunt Bessie to give my wife a cookery lesson? She can't make Yorkshire puddings.
Amara, this is one about the ferryman himself.
Can you arrange a surprise garden afternoon tea for my grandfather with Paddington Bear? His time is soon. I added that last bit.
Oh my god. Let's see.
2 marmalade sandwiches for the ferryman.
For Staines Travelodge, can you get ordained today to officiate my wedding? What? Real Seafront. Can you fill my bath with different flavoured scoops of ice cream as a birthday present for my wife's 40th birthday? And the last one that I've got here is...
Volcano is lava bread from.
Well, the last one I was going to go with York Central Layerthorpe Travelodge. Can you program all the traffic lights in York to be a green on midday for a bride to get to the church on time? All the traffic lights. That's not going to be a fucking hazard at all. Jesus fucking Christ. Not just the ones on the way. All the traffic lights.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Speaking of York, quick shout out to you, Gig Retreat.
York, woo.
Quick shout out to Gig Retreat York. I gather they just celebrated their first birthday.
Yeah, Big Ben. The franchisee Ben. Nice dude.
Woo, Big Ben. Yeah, Love them clocks. The boss.
Well, Kath and I visited there in the summer. We'll be back in York in like June, so we'll probably pop in.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the Railway Museum.
Yeah, we did that last year.
I won't be there because Paul doesn't take me anywhere. Okay, so I'm
It's
going to
the only time you get out the house.
I know.
That's Danny's job.
I know. Well, I'm
Yes,
going
you
to round
took
out
over.
any other business with a story what we've all been clamouring to hear. This is from 12foot.io. This is what we put inside ourselves in 2022.
Speak for yourself.
So this is the US Consumer Product Safety Commission's database of emergency room visits for 2022, which showed what people attended
Is Baby
the
Groot
ER.
on there?
No. So from the ear, we have a plastic owl.
Yep.
A plastic sword.
Yep.
Someone who mistakenly used shoe glue instead of eardrops. A battleship game piece. And a glow stick. Pegs. Yes.
Pegs.
And a glow stick. From the nose. Paul, do you want to read the nose?
Gum wrapper, a used match, a candy heart. Says he was smelling a magnet and it went up his nostril. Put an LED light in her right nostril in an attempt to prank her brother, but then was unable to get it out. And diesel fuel.
And Amara, what was in people's throats in 2022?
Mate, you don't want to...
That's the wrong person.
You did!
You went there.
Yeah.
You really went there.
That's a credits clip though now.
Steak knife.
Steak knife when there's nowhere else to go.
Video game controller. three coins up into the air and caught them in mouth and swallowed them. Dried ornamental grass.
Okay, now we go to the good stuff. This is what people got stuck in their penis.
Who's been sounding?
So, in the penis. In fact, Doug, do you want to read the penis? Do
That's
you
how-
want
that's
Lord
how
of the
you
Rings tattooed word for word? Tom Bombadil's off with that.
It's like palm reading, but but it's like
I haven't done any palm reading
yeah.
for a while, I'll be honest with you.
where's the fate line of the penis?
Come on, Doug, get round here, get reading this. Come on. Okay, you'll appreciate this. Come on, Doug.
Yes, so for
What's
those
in
of
the
you
penis?
at home, Doug is now reading Mike's penis.
What have people been sounding with this year?
A car key. A wooden spoon. A fucking nail. Pencil. Some beads. Just some.
Just
not,
some.
Not telling you how many, quantity-wise, or
All
anything.
the size.
Just some beads. Oh, was it love beads? That can't be right. No, that's wrong now.
We haven't got to the bum yet, don't worry.
A 7-inch silicone tube. All right, okay. And, oh, really?
Nope, it keeps going.
Keep going.
And a paper clip.
Yeah.
Still
I
more.
see you're putting things in your penis. Would you like some help with that? Fuck off, Clippy. Piss off, you bastard.
Comb teeth. A piece of soap.
How big?
Right,
is it?
ceiling fan chain.
Oh,
man.
Now read the whole quote.
Read the whole thing.
Oh, I don't want to.
Ceiling fan chain in his penis hole. States it has been there since his shower at 9 last night.
A screwdriver tip, inflatable sex toy, USB cord? What's he trying to do?
Plug it.
I don't know. Plugged it in.
That was funny.
Realised it's the wrong way up.
Yeah.
Took it out. Put it
Cell
in.
phone charger and 14-inch cord.
Who wants to read the vagina?
Oh yeah, I get the dick. Fine, that's fine.
Let the woman read the vagina.
A coin, a screw, was holding a pen near her vagina when the cap dislodged and stuck inside. 2 pencil sharpeners, a butterfly charm, a drinking cup, a bobby pin. I feel like any sort
It's like the worst game of fucking...
a cuddly toy.
The generation game
Stuff like
of the world.
a drinking cup, a bobby pin, a golf ball, flashlight placed in vagina by patient at home but had no intention of it becoming stuck. A drumstick, nail polish bottle, a camera lens cap, an unscented soap bar, a perfumed soap bar, a soap dispenser, and a spatula.
Finally, the one you've all been waiting for. What did we put up our bum last year? So,
Mike, you're good at this.
Okay.
No, he is telling
I'll
us.
tell you later. Okay.
He
So
loves a pegging.
a plastic toy fish, a small bird toy, a silver magnet, sent in by wife for possible 16-ounce glass bottle in the rectum, a skincare bottle, a hair mousse can, a piece of a lamp,
Huh.
a handmade toy made out of metal, a cube-shaped toy, which is
This-
the worst fucking Hellraiser movie I can think of.
They sat too fast on a fucking Rubik's cube.
A crayon, a ratchet wrench, a T-handle wrench, says they were in the shower and fell, and the shower stopper stuck up their bum.
Ouch.
An action figure head, an action figure, a toilet brush, which end? Patient complaining of rectal pain, patient admits to inserting sex toys 6 months prior. A spoon, a vibrator egg, the weirdest egg and spoon race I've ever heard of. A deflated balloon, a fist-sized water balloon, a vegetable peeler,
The groan of the audience at that.
a crochet needle, a fishing pole. Didn't see that one the first time, right?
It's the Wonder Boner.
Patient states he has a big toy stuck in rectum. Patient states he fell on top of it. They're always falling on top of things. A comb, some fragrance beads, a reusable ice pack, a glass beer bottle, had a few beers and then placed a long wax candle into his rectum, lost balance, and fell onto the couch and lost hold of the candle. A pill container, a cologne bottle, a perfume bottle. Says that their girlfriend put a vibrator up their bum while they were asleep. Don't get ideas. A billiard ball.
A billiard ball. The
I was
guy
talking to Paul then, by the way.
billiard ball. The guy clearly wanted to experience what it was like as a chicken.
He put it in the pocket. Patient says he was playing with a container of athlete's foot spray, as we all do.
As you do.
And it accidentally ended up his bum. A plastic candy holder, a piece of a broom handle, put in a butt plug, then fell asleep. Now can't find a butt plug. A stainless steel rod, an ice cream cone, 2 poker chips because of a bet, and finally a Monopoly piece. So they cannot pass go or collect £200. And that's what we put up our bums last year. If you've got any other things that you'd like to let us know about, then this is a safe space, so please feel free.
Yep. I've just realised that I never explained the name Pachinko Mistress.
Well, you can do that now as we go beyond the 50-foot nerds.
We're all out of news and topics for discussion. The show is spiraling out of control, and the audience are now in charge. You're beyond the 50-foot nerds.
Okay, tell us that first.
Right. So, and it's relevant to this actually because when it came from last week, like after the panic attack, spent the week with the family in Butlins, right, Monday to Friday, Skegness.
Butlins concentration camp.
Yeah.
But Puglins.
Jesus Christ. So we went there, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go mess around. I'm going to have a go at the arcades because fuck it, why not, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Penny machines, penny machines.
Oh yeah, there was some of those. Yeah, pachinko, like I said. There were some of the penny machines. It was weird at first because we went to the back. Me and my sister were playing on the penny machines.
There was a tiny Ben Shepherd just next to one of them, asking contestants to put stuff in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one that when we were doing it, it kept playing random sounds from things, and two of those were two of our sounders. Like, basically. So, like, I was stood there, and all of a sudden it goes, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and I'm just like, fuck, it's Beyond the 50 Foot Nerds. Or, like, they played Yakety.
But not enough women's feet on telly.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you remember, I was in fucking
Just heard,
Turkey and
"Oh,
had our fucking theme tune played at me.
I don't have to be in Mexico.
Yeah, like,
Man, I'm for reasons.
my sister was playing it, and then I burst out laughing, and she's like, what's up with you? And I'm like, pointed at the machine, and it's playing yakety sax, so all I did was turn to her and go, my son is dead! My son is graveyard dead! And she's like, oh, God.
And then it went, do the fucking emails!
Yeah, it did. But yeah, so I'm messing around. What we're doing is, because all of the machines are the ones where they give out tickets and stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just help my sister get tickets for my nephew to get him something because it's his birthday at the end of the week. So
push the boat out, I told you.
Yeah.
Instead of actually buying him a present, he was like, I'll get him 17 tickets. He can have a small bag of Haribo and a rubber. There you go.
Just wait.
Happy birthday.
Just wait. I did get him a present as well. Although partially that was because when we went shopping, I bought myself a Transformer toy and he stole it, so I bought him another one to replace that one so I could have mine back.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but like other than that, we were going around and trying different machines. There were all sorts of stuff, and then as we were going past, there was this. There was a pachinko machine that was. There was a set of 3 pachinko machines that were themed around like fucking undersea shit because obviously Skegness is by the sea.
And in Atlantis.
Under the sea.
Yeah. So it was like pearl fishing, and the reason that I spotted it was because I walked past and the machine had like small pearls and big pearls in it that you had to push down to win the prizes, right?
Right.
And as I walked past, I looked over and I just stopped Abby and went, is it me or are those Dragon Balls? And like they got...
Beg your pardon?
Yeah.
No, you watched too much Game of Thrones?
Yeah, exactly. No, they had like the Dragon Balls from Dragon Ball Z like in the fucking machine. I was like, you know what, I'm going to give this a try. And it turns out I'm pretty good at pachinko, right?
That game of random and chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, no, you need skill. No, trust me. Like where this story went, right? So kept playing that. I was turned out to be really good and won like fucking 300 tickets for the first time we went on it. Gave them to Abby.
Get a refreshers bar with that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
But then on the last day, I was like, well, I'm gonna spend some time. I'm gonna go into the arcades again. Fuck it, why not? Went in. I was like, well, the pachinko's quite addictive, so I'm going to have a go on this. Put in like £1 because it was 20p a go, so I was like, 5 balls sorted. Got a few of the things through because the little slots on the bottom, you could either there were 2 of them that would give you tickets. Some of them would put out small pearls to help push the big ones down into the big prize thing, and some would get big pearls and stuff. So managed to get it, got a couple of the big pills down into the prize thing, right? I'm like, okay, that's cool. Maybe I've won a little bit more. And hear the machine like going, I'm like, cool, I've won tickets. How many have I got? Looked at the counter thing and it's like, we still need to give you 1,600 tickets. And I was like, holy fuck.
That happened to me once. I was in I went to the arcades there and normally I'm on the penny machines and stuff. I thought, you know what? I'll have a go on the little fruit machine things at the back. It was a ticket one, like.
Yeah.
And it was a knockoff Mario themed, so the mushrooms are all weird colours and stuff. And I thought, right, okay, it's 10p a go or something like that. So I put £1 in. Star. 4,000 tickets. First go. And I was like, shit, I like this.
Yeah.
And the machine ran out and they had to put more in for me.
Yeah, that's basically what happened with mine was it started spitting out tickets and I'm stood there just like this mountain of tickets piling up.
This
to the
kid's-
point that
yeah.
my sister like comes around and she laughs because she sees I'm at the pachinko machines again. Comes around the corner because there's a machine in front of it, so she can't see the floor. She comes around and goes, "Oh my God, what have you done?" And I'm like, "I've apparently won the grand prize," spitting it out. And then the machine gets jammed, so we have to get someone to come and fix the machine to give me the rest of my tickets.
Well, one of mine, me kid was playing the penny machines, and she was made up on it every now and
Yeah.
then, just spits out a ticket, 2 tickets at the most. And I said, "Yeah, do you want some tickets?" She went, "Yeah." And put them all around. She was like,
Yeah, so like we ended up with for Ollie's like whatever he decided to get, he ended up with a total of about 4,000 tickets, like you won. So I was like, well, that was a pretty good haul.
She got a porcelain doll with this.
Nice.
Yeah, I was made up with that.
Yeah,
Best brand I've ever seen.
he got like a play set of like a garage and some cars, and he got something else, and he got a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so that's why I dubbed myself Pachinko Mistress.
Okay.
Because apparently I'm really good at like. It shows my priorities though, where as soon as I finished that, I went, "Hey, I'm really good at this." I spotted the bit where the adult gambling was, like as in actual gambling.
Yeah.
And immediately went in there to see if there were pachinko machines in there, but there weren't.
Just fruities, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
which sucks because if there were pachinko machines, I'm like, right, I'm fucking rich.
Well, now that we are on the Beyond the 50-Foot Nerds section, this is the section, as the Sander mentioned before, that we open the floor up to you guys. You can ask us anything that you want, any kind of questions in nerddom, geekery, even what you're having for your tea. You know, I don't give a shit. We'll answer whatever you want. So we open the floor up, and we do have a prize for the best question this month.
Yes.
Well, it's a little bit lesser than some of the prizes
Yeah,
we've given
yeah.
away before.
So basically, when we did the shopping and I got the Transformers thing, one of the things I spotted, which I sent an image to these guys and to my son, I was like, "Hey, do you know what I found? Back to the Future cereal." So you've got a box of Back to the Future
So the
cereal.
best question tonight wins some cereal.
Best question
So
tonight.
it was hilarious.
Breakfast is sorted tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to warm us up, Doug usually has a question or two up his sleeves. So come on then, mate.
What's the weirdest
You
thing
can't
you've
win.
shoved up
Now
your
I
ass?
really want the prize, though.
You can't win, I'm afraid.
They were in B&M, so you can have a look.
You can't win. Grace got money.
To be fair, I did buy 2 boxes because when Connor texted me back, he's like, "Buy 2." I'm like, "Why do I need 2?" He's like, "1 for me and 1 for you." I'm like,
fucking said so,
I
alright.
won't eat them. But I was like, "Well, I'll take it for a
Inquiring minds do want to know which Transformer you bought.
Soundwave."
Which inquiring
G1?
It's sort of based on like one of the.
Is this? Are you trying to win the cereal, Paul?
No. I'm
It was like-
genuinely curious which Transformer it
It
was.
was based on one of the newer series because Soundwave transformed into a car. It was one of the more simple.
Oh, that's shit.
Yeah, I know. I was
Walkman.
slightly disappointed when it did it.
Soundwave is a boombox.
Yes. Which is why, like, that was my favorite MP3 player I had. I have an MP3 player
I've
Soundwave
seen
that
it.
actually transforms. I did end up, when we went back, buying Megatron that turns into a tank. So
I used to own the original Megatron that turned into a Walther. It's not a PK, it's a P-38.
Was it?
Yeah.
yeah,
'cause-
Doug.
Fucking.
No, you don't.
PPK is James Bond's gun. And
Saying what is it
it's
doesn't
a
count as
different
your
gun.
question, Doug.
It's not the PPK.
So come on.
Cool.
Question.
Right, a question.
Come on.
Let's recast something. I like it when you guys recast something.
Okay.
Let's
I'm happy with that.
recast.
We've already done the Muppets.
I know, it was cool. I enjoyed that. Let's recast The Big Bang Theory.
Oh.
Sake. That pile of bollocks.
I'm doing this.
He doesn't like the
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's what I do.
It's a fucking awful show.
With. I'll just let you do it.
With Nicolas Cage films.
I would recast them all with no one, and then no one would watch it, and it would probably be funnier than it is now.
He loves it.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Literally, that show's only made me laugh once.
Is it when the shit hit the fan?
No.
No.
It was an episode where they'd all been round, and it was back when Raj wasn't speaking. Because I've seen every episode of this fucking show. I despise it, but I made a promise to myself to complete it. It was one of the episodes where Raj still wasn't speaking to women. Couldn't do it.
So quite early on.
Yeah, very early on. And they were all around the apartment, and then Penny fucked off, and Sheldon and the other fella went to bed, and the lights were all off. And then it just panned over, and Raj was just stood in the kitchen holding a sandwich, like... No, oh no, Pelly was asleep on the couch. Sorry, Pelly was asleep on the couch. And he's just like, I can't say anything in case I wake her up and then I have to speak to her. So he just literally kind of takes a sandwich and slowly makes his way out to the place, closes the door softly behind him. And it's just the fact that he had to do all that silently made me laugh. Sorry, Paul, I'm standing on your microphone. Yeah, you are. I don't care. So, yeah, that would be funnier than the actual Big Bang
the
Theory.
problem was, like, quite a lot of that show is the fact that
It's clearly funny.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
clearly
have you
aimed at
ever asked
people that
people to
aren't
laugh at
nerds.
Come
Yeah,
on.
because half of it, the laugh track was one of them would say something nerdy, and then the laugh track happens. It's like that's not how jokes work. That's not how jokes work.
I completely agree.
Make
It's
a fucking
absolute
joke.
shit, but it's really like winding Mike up.
I have to
enough.
sit on my spot on the couch. Science. What of it is funny? I do not get it.
Hey, do you know what's
It's fucking, I mean, right, okay. I'm
Do you
going
know
to
what's funny?
take this seriously now. I'm going to try and cast this with actual funny people. Okay, so who would I cast as the main dickhead?
Sheldon?
Not him, the other one.
Leonard.
Yes, him. So
I was going to call him like Dave.
Leroy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Leroy.
Yeah.
Imagine the show. Like the show would be so fucking different if the main character was Leroy Jenkins.
No, just Leroy.
Like the whole fucking film is just like it's just a normal fucking sitcom, except like every single situation is solved by the guy screaming his own name and running into places.
It was better than Bazinga.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So let's see who's playing Leroy. I'm gonna let's see who's funny. I don't know. That's
That's
go
it, Mike.
with-
Improve it. Make it funny. Who would you have?
I don't think
But
you
to
can
be-
make it funny.
To be
I'll be
fair,
honest with you.
my thoughts were we could recast it as fucking what's his name? The guy from House of Cards.
No, we don't talk about him.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Not
because the whole premise of the show is, hey, look, isn't it funny that this guy is stalking his next door neighbor? Seems appropriate to me.
not appropriate though. Not appropriate.
You know who
Appropriate
played
casting,
right.
not appropriate.
So let me
Michael Bay, who lives next door, and Jimmy Savile from down the road.
If that's
Jesus
what we're
Christ.
right, okay. If that's what we're
That's
doing,
what we'll
right,
do.
okay.
Right.
So
Oh
Jimmy
no, what
Savile
have I
is
fucking
Sheldon.
started?
Oh my god.
Jingle,
Oh,
jangle,
we're
penny, jingle,
going
jangle,
in that
jingle,
direction,
jangle,
are we?
penny
Okay.
On the door, we're gonna have that, and then we're gonna fucking hell. What the hell am I doing? And then we're gonna
Raj
have
is Harold Shipman.
no, he's a murderer. He's not a paedophile. Because there's a preferable one, obviously. Fucking
Right,
hell.
it's like we have to. This is the one where they turn up to be like, wait, maybe we'll do a live show at their fucking show, and we start talking about like which paedophile would be funniest. Fuck's sake!
Oh dear.
Oh my god.
This isn't what all of our shows are like.
No, it's not. It's really.
Fucking move on. Like,
Yeah.
no.
You know what, Doug? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna do this question
No.
because I can't think of anything. Take
no.
us out of this hole.
What did you have for your tea?
No. Fuck's sake. No.
Okay, I'm gonna recast them with Transformers. How about that?
Ooh, actually, that would be quite an interesting fucking show.
Okay,
Like
well-
as like a sitcom type thing, but
Transformers
yeah,
as
yeah.
a sitcom. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Well,
okay.
it'd be like what we were talking about the other day with the fucking the fucking Dalek 50s sitcom. Can I have a cup of sugar? You know, all that shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, obviously, seeing as he's the main knobhead, we're gonna have Optimus Prime as Leroy,
Yeah, Optimus Prime is Leroy, right?
and then we're gonna have because he's clearly on the spectrum of sorts, Bumblebee.
He, I
As
Sheldon.
That's
No.
the guy, yeah.
Sheldon would be Perceptor.
No. I'm fan casting this.
All right,
you
fair
do what
enough.
you want. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Okay, and then for
RC would be Penny. Because
yeah,
you
'cause
basically
it's
only
still
have
the
one
girl.
female
Yeah.
Transformer.
for
No,
the guy
there's
with
Elita 1.
What?
Elita 1.
Whatever, I don't care. So, I don't care about that show in any way, shape, or form. I just
All
need
right.
to get through this question. For the guy who lives with his mum and the turtleneck,
Howard.
Jazz. Because why
Jazz
not?
as Howard. I don't see that, but go on.
What? It's my casting. You do whatever you fucking
whatever.
want. And then finally for
Rajesh.
for Raj. Actually, maybe I should do Bumblebee for him like Michael Bay movie Bumblebee because he doesn't speak.
Oh yeah, that would be
switch
clever.
that. We'll switch that. Yeah,
That's clever.
So who can be Sheldon then?
Perceptor.
No. Galvatron.
All right.
Randomly pick Transformer name that I can say and get through the bit.
That was just because he thinks he's the best.
Brawl.
There we go.
Hot Rod.
The French one from the movie.
Oh God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Okay, there we go.
Fucking hell.
That's what I'm doing.
That's that question done. Move on. Before anyone mentions anything else.
Okay. So has anyone got any questions? Andy's ready to go. Go on.
Out of these 3 cars, what would make the best Transformer?
You're going to say which one would be the best paedophile.
Okay, no, go on.
Please
go
don't.
On, go on.
Fucking
This is a good
please
one.
don't.
Go on.
18 van, Kit, and Mystery Machine.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
Funnily enough,
Kit could basically be a Transformer that's stuck in vehicle mode.
Yeah.
I
was gonna say
they basically made they did a sequel to Knight Rider called Team Knight Rider.
Yeah, and
they
Knight Rider 2000.
Didn't they do?
They all had
car
vans and
in
bikes
that
and shit.
was basically a. Or was it? I've got this recollection that a version of car ended up being basically a Transformer.
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think anyone watched Team Knight
I-
Rider.
it might have been the more recent remake.
I remember
actually. Or
ending
sequel
on a
even.
cliffhanger where David Hasselhoff turns up and that was it.
That was TKR, but then they did a newer series later on with
Knight Rider
Michael
2000?
Knight's son.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes,
that's the one.
yeah.
That's the one where it's
no,
not,
I think it might have been that they had car and
What if?
it's not a
the-
Trans Am anymore in that, is
he
it?
was a Transformer.
You know the truck and Knight Rider goes into the back of the truck.
That was
it's got to be
Optimus
Optimus Prime.
Prime. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
I was gonna say they've actually done like a series of Transformers
They did do the Back to the
toys.
Future
'cause they
car
did-
as a
yeah, they did.
Transformer.
Yeah, they did.
They've done the
the
Jurassic
DeLorean.
Park Explorer vehicle. They've done that as well.
Transformers and Ghostbusters. So
Yeah.
there's an
Yeah, the
Ecto-1
Ecto-1. Yeah,
Transformer now as well.
So in terms of which one would be the best of those, I mean, I think Kit has the advantage, but that's too easy an answer to go for. So I'm going to go for the Mystery Machine and have it transform into a robot that walks around busting open haunted houses and grabbing up ghosts inside, ripping the heads off when it's trying to take the sheet off. It's like, oh, it's Old Man Winkins' body because I can't carry my own fucking strength.
Yeah, I like,
Yeah, that's
like
what I'm going to do.
in my head, I thought it would be like the A-Team van, and then when it transforms, it's kind of stylized like a version of Mr. T.
I pity the fool.
Yeah, exactly. Or like because I mean the one that is the DeLorean when it transforms is stylized kind of like Doc Brown. So like you'd think that
Optimus Prime.
Yeah,
There we go.
exactly. You'd think like they pick up like features of the people, like, because I'm presuming they were the cars first and then they get transformed, they get turned into Transformers. You know, like in the first film where the Allspark like hits an Xbox and it makes the Xbox noise and it turns into a
obvious
Decepticon and
product
starts trying
placement
to
Mountain
fucking
Dew machine,
starts trying to stab people. I'm imagining that happened, right? So it picks up on like the owner's looks or whatever. So like the Mystery Machine will transform into fucking which one of
Shaggy
them
owns the van.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo! It's a dog. He's going to transform into a dog.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Well,
I
would-
it's a Beast Wars Transformer. There you go.
I would go with the Mystery Machine, and and it would be the comic relief.
Like Six Prime, bro. There you go.
Well, so it's like a full-on Transformer, but it's still as fucking scared as Shaggy and Snoopy. So it's constantly running away.
What about some of the other classic vehicles from TV and film? So like Airwolf,
the General Lee.
the General Lee, Starsky and Hutch's.
The General, the
Gran-
General Lee,
Gran
like, as much
Torino.
as
Have
it's
to be
called...
a Decepticon though, because you know.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to
fuck,
say, to be fair, with the General Lee, it's an excuse to get another femme Transformer in there.
What about
Despite
Herbie?
it being called
Herbie could be a Transformer.
Herbie, yeah. Well, he makes with
listen,
Bumblebee.
yeah,
called
yes,
Ocho.
Yeah.
The '66 Batmobile.
Oh yes, I would love that. Yeah.
Now that's a comic I would like to see DC and IDW do. Except that
the
they don't
party
have the
wagon
rights
from
now.
Ninja Turtles. Yes, let's have that.
I'm sure I remember, years and years and years ago, there was a toy of like a Transformers turtle van.
Possibly, I don't
Maybe.
know. There's that many toys.
I don't know if I'm...
So, yeah.
misremembering.
Well, yeah, for my answer, I'm definitely going for Mystery Machine. Yes. Any other questions? Go on. Sorry, what's your name, chap? Ashley, what's your question, mate?
If you can mismatch 2 shows together or movies, which shows would you put together to make better?
Okay, wait, if we could mash 2 shows together. So
Not including Ghost and
crossover
Ghost.
episode, yeah? Okay.
Not including Ghost
and
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
No.
Not including that because you already did it.
Scooby-Doo and Supernatural. Hang on.
All right,
Wait a minute.
Been there, done that.
change it up a little bit. Something you really like with something you really hate.
Okay.
Scooby-Doo and Kiss.
Inspector Gadget and James Bond Jr.
Which one of them do you really hate?
No. You never touch
Mike.
E.T. You never touch E.T.
Mike, which one of them don't you like?
Oh, that was one thing. That was one thing that I was going to try and get. Like, when I was at Butlins, there were these fucking machines that were like, oh, sniff it, and you can...
shitty things, yeah. Where it's like safety scissors on a wire.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I found one that had a giant fucking ET in it, and I tried to win it for you.
Fuck you.
Didn't work, obviously.
I think Inspector Gadget and James Bond Jr. That's a combination that's waiting to happen.
Deep pull for me. I'd mash up Star Trek,
The Snorks and the Smiths,
and The Star Lost.
Okay.
This is a deeply, deeply awful science fiction show that was made in Canada. But what it has in common with Star Trek is that they were both written by Harlan Ellison.
Okay.
But it's really, really awful. It's set on this like arc ship,
right?
In the future. But it's made on videotape, and it looks like it. It looks like it has an even smaller budget than Doctor Who.
So like the premise for that will be easy, seeing as if it's an arc ship, it would obviously
the
be a
Enterprise
generation
meets
ship.
the arc ship.
The Enterprise meet.
What about Power Rangers meets Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation?
Wait.
That happened as well.
Didn't we watch that? Oh, no.
Yeah, that's amazing how many crossovers there've been in actual stuff. Go on, what's yours then?
Oh fuck, that's a good question.
What would Dredger cross over with?
Oh, Dredger. Okay, Dredger would probably...
Gilding the Lily.
That's a reference only us three are going to get.
Yep.
Dredger, okay, so he's a renegade cop who
lives on a tugboat.
With a salmon called Margaret. His dad, he's estranged from, but his dad lives on an oil rig on his own.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Portland Bill.
But I see. No, I'm thinking actual.
The
I would
kids'
like to see
TV
Dredger.
show Tugs.
I would like to see Dredger cross over with Rosie and Jim. Do you know what? I wasn't going to, but yes, I fucking love it.
Take that.
Like he has to solve.
Rosie, who's this private detective in country?
He has to.
I don't know, Jim. Shall we go and see him? What do you think, Dick?
Yeah, he has to solve a crime further inland, and he has no transport because obviously his house is a fucking tugboat. So he has to rent a canal boat to get further inland.
Rosie, I'm drawing a picture of a salmon. I'm going to give it to Dredger.
So they're all.
What the fuck is that? How's that going to help me find the terrorists, you bastard? Get the fuck out my canal. Move your old rag doll now.
I'd like to see Dredger cross over with I want to see.
How long have we been doing this fucking show?
So Dredger meets Finding Nemo. because Margaret brings in a case.
Okay. So Dredger's got to find Nemo. Fucking find Nemo.
It's like this weird fucking.
Am I on acid? Why is a fish talking to me?
No,
it does it anyway. Okay.
No, it's like the kids show spin-off. So like the whole show is about Margaret helping Finding Nemo, and then at the very end, like Dredger shows up and he's
Margaret, Dredger, and Margaret solving crimes all over the sea, like that, like a fucking Sharky. Dredger and Margaret meet Sharky and George.
Yes.
There we go. We've done it. The crime busters of the sea.
Yep.
Yes.
Crime busters of the sea.
There we go. Okay. Anything else? Anyone else? John Joe, you got any questions? Go on. And that's a 50-foot nerd show.
And they're both like, yeah, I've got a question. Why the fuck are we here?
When will this end? It will end now then, I guess. Okay, so we've got
J-Team out!
We've got Transformers or we've got crossovers. Which one are we going to choose for the cereal? Who wants to win a lovely, lovely bowl that is also a source of calcium and iron?
They're
Who wants to buy
multigrain.
multi-grain chocolate balls?
Yep.
I'm asking you guys who's
Oh, right.
I'm not fucking picking it.
I'll be honest.
I like the crossover question, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
You like the crossover question?
And Andy can't win every single episode.
Very funny. And he's just got a room at home full of shit that he's won here.
He's just like, that's the only reason I come to this show anymore. I don't give a shit about you lot. I want free stuff.
Okay.
I don't have to buy groceries.
Come and
You
see us
just keep-
after the show. We'll give you a lovely bowl of cereal. You can win with the 50.
Next time we
We'll bring Dredger cereal next time.
Yes. I'm
Full of salmon bits. Margaret, no!
Dredger branded salmon tins.
Goldfish.
Goldfish.
That's what the box is.
Okay, on that bombshell, we're going to leave the show there then. I'd like to thank everyone who's come out to see us tonight. I'd like to thank Doug for having us here once again.
You're always welcome.
We
here.
love coming to do the show. We've been
love
talking
coming.
before the show about additional things that we want to start doing throughout the year, so we will keep you informed when that comes to pass. In the meantime, if you want to show some more love to the 50-Foot Nerds, you can do so by obviously giving us a subscribe on your podcast platform of choice, or you can buy shit from us from our store. It's tinyurl.com/50-foot stare. 50-foot stare. You can buy t-shirts like I'm wearing, you can buy mugs, you can buy travel mugs, you can
Is
buy...
the Dredger poster on there?
The Dredger poster is on there. You could buy a Dredger fucking shower curtain if you wanted to. There's all kinds of bollocks on there.
You know what I want? I want a shower with a salmon.
That's right. So yeah, there's all kinds of shit on there. And also, why not follow us on Patreon and subscribe to us there? It's only literally £1 a month, and you get all kinds of extra bonus shit that we throw on there.
Yep.
And yeah, you get my weekly
Thing.
Yeah, quick bites. That's what it's called. So yeah, it's all good fun. So until the next show, which will be on the checks calendar quickly, we're here the 26th of February. That's the next scheduled show at the moment, anyway. Okay, so until then, I've been jamming stuff up my ass.
Sorry, that's the fucking...
I'm J.R.R. Kellogg's Lord of the Cereal Ring.
And I want to be a Tom Bombadillionaire.
Until next time, geek out!
If you've enjoyed the nerdom in your ears, then why not follow us on Twitter at 50footnerds. You can follow Mike at Mike G. Bell, Amara at Voltsevexoth and at Amara Lunera, and Paul is on at Auton Scouser. Our website is 50footnerds.co.uk. That's FIFTYFOOTNERDS.co.uk. You can find all of our YouTube content at video.50footnerds.co.uk or search youtube.com/50footnerds. All of our episodes are archived over at bit.ly/50footnerdsarchive. That's 50FTNERDS archive. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds. Email us at 50footnerds@gmail.com or join our Patreon at patreon.com/50footnerds. If you'd like to buy our merchandise, you can visit us over at tinyurl.com/50footstore. That's 50FT store. All of these links and more are available at our Linktree page. That's linktr.ee/50footnerds. FIFTYFOOTNERDS.